How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here today, bringing you live coverage of the Anaheim Ducks taking on the New Jersey Devils. This game is a big one as we take a look into the standings here in these conferences. And oh boy, the Devils have been in free fall, haven't they? At one point, about not even a month ago, they were on top of the Metropolitan Division. Now they find themselves near the bottom of it because it is a super tight division. Top to bottom, the Metro is only separated by 8 points. And the Devils, currently they are in 6th. But they're only 5 points out of the top 2 spots taken by the Carolina Hurricanes and the Washington Capitals. Let's see, we got it's a hot cocoa saying glides on notifications. Devils, that's sir. Let's go. Devils money line. Let's go. Although I gotta say, sorry, I don't want the Devils to win. I'm not distraught if they do because it is still early in the season, but I'd rather not just because, you know. How's it going, Pesco? I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that you're looking up the channel that much, man. I really do. But, yeah, looking at the Ducks, currently they actually just slipped into second in the Pacific Division because of last night. In a tie with the Vegas Golden Knights at 39 points, leading the Pacific. But again, they need to get a big win here. They've only gotten points in 6 of their last 10 games, which is not bad, considering they were all 6 wins. They have not been able to force overtime to where they would lose in overtime to get a point off of those 4 losses. Looking back at the Devils, in that same 10-game stretch, they are 4-6, which is even worse. Both of these teams got to stop their slides, and this is where it starts. Whoever can stop their slide today can get some momentum, get some, some motion going in their direction, and just get on a roll. Taking a look at these two teams, though, the Ducks have really been overperforming, I think, a lot of people's expectations for them this year. So it's very interesting to see how they are performing this year, honestly. So that's kind of surprising. Looking at the Devils front, let me see who we got in terms of healthy scratches. Let me take a look. NHL lines. Projected lineups. Taking a look at our scratches for this one. Nikita Nestorenko, Jansen Harkins, and Ian Moore for the Ducks are healthy scratches. And Peter Mrazek is out with a lower body injury. Looking at the Devils' projected lineups here, they have the following players injured. So Kalen Addison is a healthy scratch. Your injured players: Jack Hughes with a finger, Zach McKeown with a lower body, Brett Pesce with a hand, Jonathan Kovacevic. Oh my gosh, I botched that name with a knee. Evgeny Dodonov with a wrist, Arseny Gritsyuk with an upper body, and Simon Nemec with an undisclosed injury. So those are your injuries going into this game here today. We have everything set up here on the whiteboard for 2 games. We're doing a hockey doubleheader today. We'll do a little preview here of that next game we got real quick. Let's go ahead and show that. The next game we got going is going to be the Sharks at the Penguins. That's going to be a fun one for us to cover at 3. So, yeah, we will be covering that one after this, but I'm expecting a close and tight game. Taking a look real quick at our goalie matchup, our confirmed goalie matchup for this one. For the Ducks, you got Lucas Dostal getting the start here today. 11-5-1 on the season with a .281 goals against average and a .904 save percentage. No shutouts. Looking at his last 5, he is 3-2. Two losses coming to the Red Wings and the Avalanche. The wins coming against Utah, against Boston, and against Vegas. 2 of those in a shootout or overtime against Utah and Vegas. So not too bad overall for him. We'll see what he has in store here against Jacob Markstrom of the Devils, who is your confirmed starting goalie for New Jersey today. He is 8-6-1 on the season with a .366 goals against average and an .875 save percentage. So taking a look at his last 5 games as well, he is a whopping 1-4. The only win coming at Ottawa, losses to Tampa Bay, Vegas, Dallas, and Philly. That being said, as much as people in the chat want to see the Devils win this, I think this matchup is leaning more in favor of the Ducks. I think this is going to lean more of a Ducks game. If I had to take a final score, I would take a 5-2. I think 5-2 Ducks is a fair final in this one. Really, it all depends if Markstrom can get back on track. If Markstrom can get back on track and just mentally have a reset game, refocus. He did last play against Tampa on the 11th, so just 2 days ago. He's been in the lineup consistently. But if he can get back into a positive state of mind, a positive health mindset, then he can manage to make something happen here. But the way he's been playing recently, I am not too keen on what Markstrom has in store for the Devils today. Looking over at our Ducks units here, let's go ahead and take a look at our stats for the Anaheim Ducks, if I can eventually find it. Of course, I can't find it easily. We go ahead and just full screen this then. Go ahead and scroll back up. So, the Ducks, your scoring leaders, your goal leader, Leo Carlson. 3 power play goals, 90 shots, 17 goals total. Your assist leader, Troy Terry. 24 assists, with 7 of those coming on the power play and a plus-minus of +13. And Leo Carlson is your points leader with 17 goals and 22 assists. Your team stats for the Ducks this season, 352 goals for per game, 332 goals against per game, which is 24th. Power play percentage is 18.4%, which is good enough for 18th. Unfortunately, that cool chicken, unfortunately, I cannot show the game because that would be copyright material. And I can't, unfortunately, show that because otherwise this stream will get slammed down. Let's see, we got Mad Syrian thing. I have $50 on the Mighty Ducks. Well, I would say the Ducks are probably the team I would have favored in this one by about a goal to a goal and a half. I would feel like I would comfortably take the Ducks +1 to maybe +1.5. The Ducks penalty kill also 74.5%, good enough for 28th. So special teams are not this team's forte. If we look at the Devils, your goals leader, Timo Meier, with 5 power play goals, 11 goals total on 93 shots. Jesper Bratt is your assist leader at a plus-minus of -6, 8 power play assists, and 21 assists total. Jesper Bratt also going to be your points leader with 6 goals to pair with his 21 assists. Looking at the team stats here for the Devils, goals for a game on average, 290. 323 goals against per game, which is 20th in the league. Your power play percentage is 22.8. Good enough for 9th in the league, and the penalty kill percentage is at 76.5%. Good enough for 26th. Looking at your power play plus penalty kill, that is under 100. That is, you want to be around 105. Ideally, you want to be pacing at 105 or greater for your power play plus penalty kill percentage. Oh man, it feels good today. I'm feeling amazing today, man. We are rocking, we are rolling. We're ready for a great game today. We got a doubleheader here. Because after this game between the Ducks and the Devils, we got ourselves the Pittsburgh mother-loving Penguins taking on the San Jose Sharks. We might actually need to switch at one point over to our alternate scene where we have 2 games, which let me go ahead and I'll tease that a little bit here. This is our alternate cast where we can do, I need to alter that manually, which kind of sucks, but I'll alter that manually if we get to it, where we have 2 games that we're calling at the same time. But let's go back to our main focus here of the early slate between the New Jersey Devils and the Anaheim Ducks. But let's see, but how are you doing today, Pat Boy? How you doing, man? Oh! What? Well, they have a goalie change. It's actually Jake Allen today. Why did I think Markstrom? Why did I think it was Markstrom? They confirmed Jake Allen. I'm just dumb. And cashed out, even and switched it to Ducks money line after hearing those goalie stats. Well, I do apologize. Markstrom, it's actually Jake Allen, not Markstrom. I might have just, oh my gosh, I am so sorry, Hot Cocoa. I could have sworn, but here we go. Face-off 1, the Devils in the defensive end. And back in behind the net, over to the near side they go. Looking for number 7, Hamilton. Going in front of the net with a chance for the Devils, taken back by the Ducks. Going back up the other way. Up through center ice to the offensive end they go. Send it into the offensive end, but Hamilton going to take that puck back. We'll take a look at Jake Allen's stats here as soon as we can. Let me go ahead here and pull up Jake Allen. Oh my gosh, I am so sorry about that. We have a stoppage in play. Real quick, let me go ahead and get in goal. Allen, he's still not that great. I think you're still fine, Hot Cocoa. I still think you're fine. He's 8-7-0 with a 270 against goals against, 903 save percentage, and a shutout. He is also 1-4 in his last 5. The only win coming against the Sabres with losses to the Lightning, Bruins, Blue Jackets, and Flyers. So I still think you're good. But here we go. Ready to work with it in towards the offensive end, over to the near side. Working along the boards. And going to be taken back by the Ducks into the neutral zone. Oh, man. I'm glad to see you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think about the news on the Connor McDavid that he could be a trade? No, McDavid's not going to get traded. He's not going to get traded. The Oilers just went all in by getting Tristan Jarry. They're not going to trade McDavid. So battling in the far corner in the Devils' defensive end. The Ducks trying to take it away. Back in behind the net. Over to the near side. Battling along the boards. Trying to pass it over to the far side. Loose puck. Going to be scrapped up by Lacombe. Back in behind the net. In front of the net. Taken now by the Devils. Working around the near corner. Sending it up the boards. And trying to send it out of there is going to be Connor Brown. They do. But going to be taken back by the Devils, number 6, or the Jacob Trouba, sorry, of the Ducks, number 65. Going to leave it back there for some help over to the near side. Still looking for our first shot on goal in this game. Into the offensive end, the Ducks go off the stick of Zellweger. Over to the far side, battling for it. Likes trade Gretzky again. I don't think they're going to trade McDavid. I really don't. Over to the near side boards, the Ducks going to dump it back over behind the net. Taken over there by number 77, Vetrano. Over to the near side again, maintained there by Zellweger. Back to Zellweger again at the top of the zone. Sending it towards the net, not going to go, and it's going to be gloved by Allen. All right, we got our first stoppage in, or our next stoppage in play there. We finally got our first shot on goal, that coming at the hands of the Ducks. The other big trade we saw yesterday, Quinn Hughes to the Wild in exchange for Marco Rossi, Steve Buium, Liam Ogren, and a 2026 first-round pick. The Canucks just did that was a huge move. The Canucks, I think, won that trade. You get a first-round pick. Buium is a very good prospect coming up, a very good young player. So, here we go. Taking a look, the faceoff going to be won by the Ducks. Sending it towards the net, goes wide on that shot there is Gudas. Over to the near side, taken by the Devils in through the neutral zone towards the offensive end. Sending it in. Racing for that puck is going to be number 36. That's going to be Crookshank. Over to the near side, battling with that puck they go. Bit of a tie-up here along the near side boards in the Devils' offensive end. Going to be taken by the Devils. Working with it there is going to be, I believe, Jesper Bratt. No, it's actually number 67. That's Parent. My bad. And that puck, we are going to have a stoppage in play. Okay. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. It is always greatly appreciated. Thank you for doing this. Absolutely. Is that Bon? Yes, sir. Absolutely, Bon. I try to stream as much as I can. And I try to stream a lot of hockey, a lot of NFL. We kind of split our time in between. Well, thank you, Bon. I appreciate it. So here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Devils at the top of the zone. Going to be taken back. Here comes your odd man rush for Anaheim. Into the offensive end. 2-on-none right in front of the net. Shot! Not going to go. Gets deflected over to the far side. Battling for that puck. The Devils taking it the other way. Passing shot. Not going to go now on the near side. That was Bratt on the shot. Unable to do it. Battling out now to the outside towards the offensive end they go. The Devils again. 2-on-3 into the zone. Looking for some help. Back in behind the net they go over to the near side. Taken by the Devils. Maintained at the top of the zone. Sending it towards the net and not going to go. And now we got a stoppage. Absolutely, Bun. We'll be doing a lot of hockey this spring, though, for sure. A lot of hockey for spring. You guys talking about the NHL and McDavid don't win the Stanley Cup the next 2 years? Because, yeah. If McDavid does not win the Cup with Edmonton, he is going to leave when his contract expires, I would expect. But he's not going to get traded, I don't think. Face-off won by the Devils in the neutral zone. Towards the offensive end they go. Back in behind the net to the near side. Puck wraps around. Maintained in the zone there by Hughes. Luke Hughes sends it towards the net. Not going to go. Battling over and sending it up. Taken by the Ducks. Racing now to the offensive end. Here comes your odd man rush. Gauthier sends it in front of the net. Not going to go. Nice little stick deflection there by Jake Allen. Over to the far side. Taken back by the Devils in the defensive end they go. Working around now along the boards. Passing wing to the near side. And into the offensive end they go. Giving chase. But the Ducks are going to try and take it off of Zellweger's stick. They do. Taken back though by the Devils on the far side with a chance. Trying to clear that zone. Maintained. Shot by the Devils. Not going to go. That shot there by number 18. Andre Palat. Over to the near side. Zellweger with the puck. Trying to send it up along the boards. Loose puck over into the near corner. Taken back around by the Ducks. Now there goes Zellweger out to the outside. Looking for some help, goes back in behind the net, over to the near side to Ian Moore. Sending it out of the zone they go. And going to be taken in the defensive end by, that's going to be Chalowski for the Devils. Moving up now towards the offensive end they go, dumping it back in behind the net there of Dostal, Lucas Dostal. And going to be cleared out, working with that puck. The Devils sending it up through the neutral zone they go. In towards the offensive end, back in behind the net to the near corner. And battling for it around the corner, sending it up towards the top of the zone. Shot, and not going to go. An easy save there by Dostal. He'll go, yeah, I mean, McDavid, you're talking 2 firsts, at least, plus other considerations. Maybe a first with a bunch of, like, young, good prospects. But, I mean, McDavid is going to cost way too much on a trade. Edmonton's going to want way too much for him. That it's a fair deal, but no team is going to want to give up that much for one player. So the Devils battling for that puck over into the near corner in their offensive end. Back in behind the net, the puck goes. Taking it is going to be Parent. Over to the near side, working towards the near side. Shot, not going to go. That shot there by number 7, Dougie Hamilton, not going to go. And that puck's going to get cleared out. Back in behind Jake Allen. Bodies collide along the boards. Along the near side boards, that puck gets cleared out and sent around by Lacombe. Over to the outside and dumped into the offensive end. No icing. Back in behind the net they go. Over to the near side. Puck's in the corner. Loose puck over to the near side. Maintained by the Devils for the time being. Wing-to-wing pass in the defensive end. Going to send it out into the neutral zone. Dumping it into the offensive end. Going to go for a line change. Beautiful Christmas tree. Thank you. Thank you. But here we go. Over to the near side. Moving that puck up into the offensive end is going to be Leo Carlson. Now over to the near side again. Working with that puck is number 18, I believe, number 19, Troy Terry. Over to the near side of the top of the zone. Shot. Not going to go. A quick little snapshot there. Not going to be going by Kreider. Over to the near side. Working with that puck. The Devils trying to get it. Taken back by the Ducks for the time being. Back in behind the net in the offensive end. Going around the outside. Trying to pass and shoot. Not going to go. Maintained by the Ducks, though. Top of the zone to the near side is Lacombe. Working around behind the net. Sends it around. Taken back by Dawson Mercer for the Devils. Up through the neutral zone into the offensive end they go. Racing for that puck, but going to be taken by Lacombe behind the net over to the near side. Working with it's going to be Kreider. Wing to wing into the offensive end they go. Trying to pass it around and going to be loose into the corner. Sent around by Colton White over to the outside. And working along the boards is Cody Glass. Sends it out along the near side boards now and sent into the zone. Zellweger going to take it in the defensive end, though, for the Ducks. To clear out that zone, back in behind Jake Allen. Over to the near side, the puck goes. And going to try and clear that zone out. The Devils will on a wing-to-wing pass. 13-10 to play in the period. Passing over to the near side. Loose puck going to be battled. Maintained by the Devils. Shot! Not going to go. A beautiful opportunity there for Cody Glass. Going to be denied. Oh, man. Did you cover another NHL game? I will be covering another NHL game. We're going to be covering the Penguins game later on today around 3 p.m. Or as soon as this game ends, we'll be covering that game as well. So I already have the stream made for that, and it is ready to go. All right. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and subscribing. We are trying to hit 500 by the end of 2025. You guys have been blowing me away. I thought 425 was a reasonable goal. You guys have been blowing me away with the growth here. So let's see if we can go for the big old 500. That'd be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, looking at our slate of games coming up today as well. Go ahead and find it here. So we got the Senators at the Wild at 2 p.m., the Sharks at the Pens at 3, the Lightning at the Isles at 3:30, and then a break from the action until 7 p.m. That's Dillard? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. At 7 p.m., we got 5 games, those being the Oilers at the Leafs, Canadiens at the Rangers, Hurricanes at the Flyers, Golden Knights at the Blue Jackets, and Capitals at the Jets. Then we got 2 more games at 8 p.m. Eastern between the Red Wings at Blackhawks and the Panthers at Stars. Good luck. The Stars are going to absolutely steamroll Florida tonight. And then the Predators at the Avalanche at 9 and the Flames at Kings at 10. And after 500, 1,000? That, I mean, again, I don't think that this channel is going to blow up, but you guys keep proving me wrong. Maybe by the end of 2026 we'll hit 1,000. I mean, that would be like Just if we hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 26, man. This has just been crazy. You guys have been, I mean, huge shout out to all you into the support, man. You guys have been pushing this channel up, and I greatly appreciate it. But here we go, getting ready for an offensive zone draw here, I believe, for the Devils. Along the near side corner, it should be in the near side circle. Yep, and there we go. Taking that face off for Anaheim is going to be McTavish. Going to be taking it for the Devils is going to be, I can't find it. They're showing the bench, not the face off. Can't tell who it was. Going to be won by the Ducks. Sending it out now. Lacombe passing it out to the outside, working along the boards towards the offensive end, taken back by the Devils behind the net to the near side. Racing for that puck, trying to clear it out. The Devils will. Going over to the near side, battling for it, taken by the Ducks in the neutral zone. McTavish passing it back into the defensive end for Lacombe, wing to wing. Over to the outside, back to Lacombe. Taking it through center ice, into the offensive end he goes. Looking for some help. Not going to get much. A swarm of red around him. Going to be taken back by the Devils into the offensive end. 3-on-5 into the zone. Going to take a little floater shot and an easy save there by Dostal. Let's stop that. Stop that shot, really. I mean, that was a very easy shot to stop. But hey, a stop is a stop. Okay. We'll see here, 12:22 to go in the first period. 3 shots on goal for the Devils, none for the Ducks yet. We'll go ahead and dive on into those stats at the intermission as we have time. But here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks. Taking it up now into the near side. Racing into the offensive zone. Giving speed is Gauthier. Looking for some help. Sent out to the near side. Taken back by the Devils and intercepted in the neutral zone by the Ducks. Back into the offensive zone. They're going to go off the stick of Ryan Strome. Sending it behind the net, and the Devils get it along the boards. Over to the far side in front of the Devils bench, taken by the Ducks, and going to be back and out of play. All right. So there we go. Taking a look. Let me go ahead and take a look at this real quick. How are we doing over here? Okay. So here we go. Neutral zone draw. Favoring the Ducks side of the neutral zone. Going to be won by the Devils. Over to the near side. Racing up along the near side boards and flipping it into the zone is going to be number 45, Colton White. Over to the far side. A body of a Duck goes flying and taken by the Devils over to the near side. Shot in the offensive zone. Not going to go. Maintained over to the outside. The Devils to the top of the zone to the near side. White over to the outside in front of the net. Trying to get a shot off for the Devils. Here's your chance. And a battle for that puck, though, going to be cleared out by... Never mind. Stays in the zone for the time being. Now it clears the zone. And the Ducks have a chance to take it back the other way. Over to the near side. Sending it into the offensive end. Back in behind Jake Allen. And the Devils will take it away. Over to the near side. Intercepted by the Ducks along the boards. Behind the net. Over to the far side. Taking it out now is Mercer. Looking for some help. Into the zone, 2-on-3, looking to get a shot off, not finding much help there. Passing back and going to wait for his teammates to create a standard offensive bubble. Looking now over to the near side, going to be flipped out of the zone by the Ducks. And Zellweger going to take it into the offensive zone himself and just dump it in as the Ducks go for a change. Taking it out now for the Devils is going to be Paul Cotter. And here he goes to the offensive end, looking for some help. Back in behind the net, over to the far side. Over to the near side again. Going to be taken back as a tie-up has ensued. Sent around the outside. Taken back by the Ducks there by Ian Moore. And they're going to take it up into the offensive end. Looking for Troy Terry. He does hit him. Looking for some help. Terry going to find some help somewhere. Taken back by the Devils. He finds help in a red sweater. And the Devils take it back in behind the net as we cross under 10.5 to play. Over through the neutral zone, going in towards the offensive end. The Devils are trying to give a rush in front of the net, trying to get a pass and shot, but not going to go. Ready for it is Radko Gudas. Back in behind the net, Gudas with the puck. Looking for some help. Trying to find somewhere he can go with it. Passing behind the net to the far side, sending it up. And going to be flipped around by the Devils. And that puck's going to get cleared all the way out, and we're going to have an icing on the Ducks. Oh, man, one day you're going to the side of Pittsburgh commentators for a live game of PPG Arena. That would be insane, man. That would be absolutely insane if I actually called a professional NHL game on like a real network. You know what I mean? That is something that would be, you know what I mean? Like an actual NHL game professionally done. Like, oh my gosh. That would be crazy. So here we go. Faceoff going to be won by the Ducks in the near side corner. Going out to the outside. All dreams could come true. That is true. That is true. But it's a very tight market to get in for commentary. Over to the near side corner. Sending around the outside. The Ducks trying to clear the zone. They do. The Devils clearing back into the neutral zone. Wing-to-wing pass to the near side. Taken by the Ducks. Working back in behind. Over to the near side again. Looking for some help. Sending it up now to the near side. Taken away by the Devils. But the Ducks do clear that zone. Excuse me. Over into the near side. Passing over to White. Looking for some help in the defensive end. He does. For the Devils. Trying to take it up. Back over to White to the near side. Along the boards, taking it up through the neutral zone, looking for some help, sends it up. And a race into that offensive end they go. Racing now back in behind the net. Lamico trying to take that puck away, but taken by the Ducks going the other way. Into the offensive end, a flip over there to Jake Allen. Going to be loose puck over into the far corner. McTavish battling for it alongside other Devils, taken by the Ducks. Over to the far side, over to McTavish. Looking for some help as the tie-up is ensuing, taken back by the Ducks. Looking for some help. There's going to be number 64, Granlund. Over to the near side. Back in behind the net they go. Looking for some space. The Ducks in front of the net. Can't get a clean pass off. Taken away by the Devils. They're going to clear the zone. Here comes your chance for the Devils. Passing. Cannot get a pass and shoot. And Dostal able to make the easy save. A nice stoppage there on the odd man rush by the Ducks defenders to just get a stop. 8.5 to go here. 8:32 left in the first period. And man, that was crazy. That was absolutely crazy. That was the easiest way the Devils could have got a goal. And they didn't get it. They didn't convert. So. Oh, man. But hey, if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and a sub. We are trying to hit 465 by the end of the day today. That would be pretty cool if we could do that. On the road to 500 subs. Let's go ahead and take a look real quick at our stats as well in this one. Let's go ahead and open up the Game Center in a new tab. I don't need that. This is going to be a very quick turnaround between games, but I'm doing it because I love doing hockey, man. Taking a look in the face-off circle, both teams are 5 for 10. We have yet to have a penalty. 5 hits dished out by the Devils, 3 by the Ducks so far. But 4 blocked shots by Anaheim, 2 for the Devils. Not many giveaways or takeaways for either team. The 1 takeaway by the Devils, 2 giveaways by the Devils, 3 by the Ducks. And our shots on goal are 1 to 3. Taking a look at our shot on goal counter real quick. The Ducks' lone shot on goal is Mason McTavish. And the Devils' 3 shots on goal are for Cody Glass. That is going to be number 16. That is Connor Brown. And the shot on goal there by number 7, Dougie Hamilton. So those are your current shots on goal in this one. But man, both sides have been pummeling it in. Just neither side able to make it happen. So here we go. Taking a look at Lacombe and Hughes, both locked up for the long term at $9 million a year. So this is going to be a battle of who got the better value. And here we go. Looking here at the face-off. Going to be taken here on the near side in the defensive end. Face-off won by the Ducks in their defensive end. Looking for some help. The Devils trying to send it behind the net. Taken back by the Ducks. Over to the near side, Lacombe. Looking for somewhere to go with it. Being pummeled there and pressured there by Heischer. Or by Heischer. Into the offensive end. A chance for the Ducks. Shot. Going to go high and hit the glass. Over to the outside. Back over to the near side. Loose puck along the boards. Going to be sent out and towards the net. Deflected shot again by the Ducks. Not going to go. And we got a nice save and a stoppage there by Jake Allen in his own net. Oh, man. Taking a look at the Eastern Conference, how the Devils have just completely collapsed in the conference. Oh, man. Crosby had the best value. Oh, absolutely. I think part of it's because he's taking a hometown discount so the team can actually build around him. The Devils are 0-5-0 in the last 5 home games. Oh my gosh. Who will win? Let's see. Big Bag Dose. The people in chat currently are favoring the Devils at 55 to 45% on 11 votes. I think the Ducks are going to win this, though. Or no, they're favoring the Ducks. My bad. It's very hard to see. They're both similar length. They both start with D. But yeah, I agree with Chad. I think the Ducks get the win here. In the near side corner, battling for that puck in a bit of a tie-up. Taken out by the Devils, tending it around the far side boards. And the Ducks are now going to have it behind the net, over to the near side. And in, shot by Zellweger. Going to lose a lot of steam on the way to the net and not going to go. Deflected by the blocker. Over to the far side, looking for some help. The Ducks maintaining possession in the offensive end. Racing around there, Killhorn is trying to get it. Over to the near side. Going to be taken by the Devils, and a bit of a tie-up is ensuing again. Zellweger with a shot. Not going to go, and an easy save there by Allen. All right. Let's see here. Okay. But yeah, we are getting ready to take a look here at how we are rolling. 7:17 to go in the first period. 3 shots on goal for the Devils, 2 for the Ducks. Still no score in this one. Still fishing for that first goal. Face off here in the offensive end for the Ducks. Going to be taken by Leo Carlson for Anaheim. Going to be lost by Carlson. And the Devils have it along the far side boards. Clearing it out of the zone, right there to Dostal. Going to leave it over to the near side as the Ducks are going to work with it with Hellison. Over to the far side. Going to be taken back by the Devils, then in behind the net of Dostal. Going to send it over to the near side boards. High up along the boards, a very dangerous situation there. Going to be taken back by the Ducks. And Kreider going to lose possession. Kept in by the Devils. Can they get some help? And it doesn't look like they can. Going to clear it out of the zone. The Ducks with a chance. Oh, breakaway. He shoots. He scores. Troy Terry on the goal. A 1-0 lead here for the Ducks on the Troy Terry go-ahead breakaway goal. Look at that. A pass there from the near side. Who had that pass? Leo Carlson. Going to get credited with the assist. Leo Carlson right there to Troy Terry on a breakaway and a shot right over the blocker. Right over the left blocker of Jake Allen. Right over to the far outside of the glove. Man. New Jersey win. That's only 1 goal. Bat Boy wanting the Devils to go. Well, we'll see if the Devils can make it happen, man. Center ice draw here. 6:42 to go in the first period. That time of goal was at 13-18, if I'm not mistaken. And the Devils taking it over the near side in the defensive end. There's Hamilton through the neutral zone to the offensive end. Going to dump it in behind the net. And racing for that puck, the Devils to the near side. Passing in front of the net. Shot. Not going to go. Wow. Okay, I was confused for a second, but man, that was an incredible save there. For a second, I thought they were showing goal. I'm like, the puck didn't make it in the net. But that was a beautiful glove save there by Dostal. Just to take that opportunity away there from number 83, Lamico. Taking that away like nothing. Like taking candy from a baby. So here we go. Face off here between number 83. That's going to be Lamico. And number 16 for the Ducks, Strome. Going to be won by Anaheim. Over to the near side. Moving through the neutral zone. Trying to race into the offensive end. Taken away by the Devils. A nice job taking that away by White. I believe it was. Or no, it was Paul Cotter. Over to the outside. Taken out by the Ducks. Moving around the near side boards. Looking for some help. Going to pass it over to the near side. The Ducks do have possession. Lacombe working with that puck. Going to send it in and just do a little pump and dump into the zone. 36 goals against in the first period. Most of in the NHL. That is by the Devils. Yowza. So over to the near side. The Devils sending it around behind their own net in the defensive end. Looking for some help in towards the offense. Intercepted by the Ducks. Into the offensive end they go. Here comes your rush. Behind the net looking for some help. To the top of the zone to Zellweger. Going to go back in behind the net over to the far side. Back over to the near loose puck taken by the Devils. Maintain, never mind, not maintained to the zone. The Ducks have to go and get some help. Let's see, over to the far side goes Zellweger, looking for some help himself. And a big pressure there, pushed up by number 91, Mercer, as he takes it away into the offensive end for the Devils. Trying to find somewhere to go over to the near side, loose puck. Battling forward into the corner. Alongside there's going to be Johnston for the Ducks, taken away by Anaheim. Over to the far side, back and forth pass to the near side to Johnston. Into the offensive end, sends it back in behind the net of Allen. Going to leave it there for his teammate. Over to the outside, maintained by the Ducks. The shot, not going to go. Can't get the redirect to go. Over to the near side, back over to the far, battling for that puck. Looking for some help in front of the net. A quick little wrap around. Then the puck is going to be stopped by Allen. Not going to let the easy one get by him. Words being exchanged after that. Man. Against Rossi. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Against Rossi. Man. But yeah, that is how we sit here. Just taking a look at how we sit. All right. But yeah, what do you think about the Vancouver trade of Quinn Hughes? I think part of me wants to say Vancouver won the deal. I mean, you get the first rounder of Minnesota next year, which is probably going to be relatively lower because they're going to be a playoff bound team. But you also get Buium, you get Rossi, and you get what was the other guy's name? What was the details of that trade? Oh man, Quinn Hughes trade. Let me go ahead and look up the actual. There was a third player moved in that. There was a third player moved. Yes, Liam Ogren. Yeah, Liam Ogren, Steve Buium, Marco Rossi, and the number one draft pick, or the first round draft pick of the Canucks. So I think it was a fair trade. I really do. The Canucks have already signaled they're getting ready to go into a rebuild. So at this point, the goal for the Canucks is not to win games. The goal for the Canucks is to secure as many assets as you possibly can. And that was a big deal. Getting Buium, getting Ogren, getting Rossi, and that first pick of the Canucks. So I really do think that was a trade won by Vancouver, or by Vancouver slightly. It's not a fleece. It's not a total fleece. But I do think that Vancouver did slightly come out more ahead on that trade. Because the Canucks right now just need to get assets. So here we go. We are back here in New Jersey. Ready to roll between the battle of Dostal and Allen in net. And here we go. Ville Husso also in lineup for the Ducks if need be, but I don't think the way this game's going, they'll need it. Offensive zone draw for the Ducks. Going to be taken by the Devils. Over to the near side. Looking for some help there. Mercer, wing to wing, over to the outside of the offensive end they go. And that puck is going to be frozen, or top forward offside, I believe. Man, Robertson. Looking at Jason Robertson, man. That just flashed up at the bottom of the screen. 17 goals in his last 16 games. Oh, man. If Vancouver finishes, yeah. I mean, that's the thing, is I think that Vancouver gets the first pick of Minnesota, and that is going to be a big one. That is a big, solid trade piece there. Yeah, Minnesota's going to be relatively high, so they're going to be relatively low in the draft. But, you know, into the offensive zone for the Ducks. For some help, intercepted pass there by Nico Hischier. And moving into the offensive end they go. Looking for some help around the far side behind the net. You got to believe the Heat. Who is that? Is that the number 91? It's going to be your second line there. Into the offensive end, the Ducks go. Looking for some help. Hamilton back in behind the net, trying to take that puck away. Going to be Jesper Bratt. And he is going to look for some help over to the near side. Moving into the offensive end. Racing for it is going to be a behind the net and a front shot goal. A goal there by the Devils. I was trying to focus too much as to who had the puck and where that puck was. But the Devils do get a goal to make this a 1-1 game here in New Jersey. On the goal, I believe that was Stefan Nason. I believe it was Nason on the goal. Let's take a look at that motion there. You got over number 83 passing over in front shot. So yeah, your assist is going to go to Juho Lamiko. And the goal is going to be credited to Stefan Nason. So Bratt also going to get an assist as well on that goal. So here we go. Center ice face-off. Looking for some help here. In fact, I'm just going to close these because I know that is going to trip me up if I keep trying to do that. So here we go. Another stoppage here. Nathan with his second goal of the season. All right. But yeah, Lamico on the assist there and a nice shot there. Deflected right into the corner. Face-off in the neutral zone. Won by the Ducks, taking it into the defensive end. Over to the near side along the boards and flipping it into the offensive end. Racing for it. And we got a stoppage. They saying hand pass? I think they're saying hand pass. We have a stoppage right now in play. But we are rocking and rolling in this 1-1 hockey game right now. It is a very good game to watch. That was two incredible goals. A breakaway, third of the ice pass. And then you had that backing up shot right there by Nason. I mean, two incredible goals. Oh, never mind. It was a penalty on New Jersey, so Anaheim's on the power play. Faceoff going to be won by Anaheim. There goes Lacombe to the near side. Shot there in front, not going to go. Goes over to Carlson, over to the top of the zone there. And Lacombe looking for some help. Shot by Lacombe. Shot not going to go. Loose puck over to the outside. Giving chase a tie-up along the boards. Looking for some help. Over to the outside, back to the top of the zone. Maintained there by Lacombe. Over to Carlson. Carlson to Lacombe. Lacombe over to the outside wing to the far side. Looking for some help. Back to Lacombe. Lacombe. Passing shot in. Gonna go loose to the near side. Carlson sending it around the net to the far side. He goes. Battling forward to the outside. I believe that is number 64, Granlund with the puck. And a chance. A shot. Not gonna go there by the Ducks. And the puck is gonna get cleared by New Jersey. Okay, back in behind the net, Lacombe working with that puck. A minute remains on the power play here for the Ducks. Oh my gosh, yeah, the Ducks on the power play. And Leo Carlson into the offensive end he goes. Battling over along the boards. Bit of a tie-up on the far side boards. Big scrum there as you have 3 Devils and 2 Ducks in there. Puck going to be taken in and out now by the Devils. And Mercer clears it out, but taken back by Lacombe. Over to the near side to Kreider. Kreider back to Lacombe. Lacombe into the offensive end. Looking for some help. Over to the outside wing. Back to Lacombe. Back in behind the net. Jake Allen sending it over there along the board. To tie up over in the far corner. Taken by the Devils. And they're going to clear the zone successfully with 23 to go on the power play. So now back in behind Dostal's net. Going to work with that puck. Sending it around to the near side. Working with that puck. The Ducks. That's going to be Zellweger. 10 seconds left on the power play here for Anaheim. And into the offensive end they go. 5, 4, 3. Back in behind the net. 1 second. And the power play expires. Anaheim 0 for 1 on the power play now for tonight. And out of the box, a chance for the Devils. Not going to go. A nice job there by Dostal to send that puck away from Hamilton. Back over to the near side in the defensive end. Zellweger with the Ducks for the puck. Over to the outside of the near side again. Into the offensive end they go. A chance. A shot. Not going to go. A nice save there by Jake Allen on that goal there shot there by number 45. Beckett Seneca on a nice shot there. Seneca's been having himself a pretty solid year this year. Oh, man. Taking a look at that. A nice job there by Dostal to keep that puck away there from Dougie Hamilton coming out of the box. So here we go. Battling for that puck here. We have a face-off here to the near side. And the Ducks offensive end taking it for Anaheim is going to be Alex Killhorn. Going to be taken there by the Ducks. Winning the draw. Shot. Not going to go. And a nice glove save. That shot there by Ian Moore. Going to be an easy denial with the glove. All right. But, part of me was really hoping we would see Stuart Stu today for the Penguins, but we're probably not. Face-off there going to be won by the Devils over to the near side corner to the outside. Racing for possession of that puck. Devils going to clear out that zone and giving chase. No icing. And there we go. Ian Moore back in behind his net over to the outside. 55 seconds remain in the first period. Over to the outside to the offensive end and be taken away by the Devils. And moving up through the neutral zone they go. Looking for some help into the offensive end. 2-on-4, trying to get a passing shot, a wrap around to the near side, neither of which going to go. Looking for some help there is going to be Cotter. Over to the outside, battling along the boards, and over to the far side they go. Back to the top of the zone, maintained in by the zone for the Devils. And a shot going to go towards the net. Loose puck, and Dostal on a nice freeze there with 23.8 to go. Glass being brought down by Lacombe near the net on that. All right. There it is. Looking at Seneca during the 2024 NHL Draft. Being the second pick. Surprise there. Wow. So here we go. 23.8 to go here in the first period. And the face-off here along the near side boards. In the Ducks defensive end. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks. Over to the near side boards, along into the neutral zone they go. Battling for it, wing-to-wing pass, going to be taken in by the Ducks, intercepted by the Devils. 15 to play in the period. Into the offensive end they go. Looking for some help is Jesper Bratt. Trying to get possession, going to lose it for a second. 7 seconds remain. Still by the Devils, a shot! Not going to go! With 2.7 to go, a nice save by Dostal. Not going to let the easy one get by him there on that one. All right. Man. A nice job there for the Devils. Try and pummel in that puck. Going to be taking the draw here for the Ducks. Going to be Granlund against number 12, Cody Glass of the Devils in the defensive end for the Ducks. And here we go. Let me see. Am I blowing your guys' speakers out? No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not. It doesn't sound like I am. Okay. Here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks, and that is how this period is going to end. On that face-off, 1-1 is your score at the end of the first period. Shots on goal is 8-6, favoring the New Jersey Devils. All right, let's go ahead and update this to E1. All right. Where did I'm looking for something. There's what I'm looking for. But yeah, so end of one, that is how we are sitting here. Let's go ahead and take a look at our little stats breakdown. That's not what I want to do. I want to pull up this so we can do a little stats breakdown. Oh, excuse me. So, end of the first period. Shots on goal, 9-6, favoring the Devils. Looking at the face-off circle, the Devils have been slightly better, 13 of 23. The Ducks only 10 of 23. The Ducks are 0 for 1 on the power play. The Devils have not had a shot on the power play. They are actually credible for the only 2 minutes delivered in this penalty game. First picture saying John Cena retires today. Well, hey, let's lessen the pain with some hockey, man. Let's lessen the pain with some hockey, bro. But taking a look here, our hits 6-5 favoring the Devils, block shots 5-4 favoring the Ducks, and giveaways 5-4 with the Ducks having 5. 2 takeaways generated by the Devils. Taking a look at the season series, this is the second of 2 games these teams will play. This is the last time they will meet, barring a random Stanley Cup appearance for both of these teams. And the last time they played, Anaheim won 4-1 on November 2nd. Taking a look at our 9 shots on goal for the Devils, they are going to be separated as follows. 1 shot on goal for number 11, Stefan Nason. 3 shots on goal for number 12, Cody Glass. 1 shot on goal for number 13, Nico Hischier. 1 shot on goal for number 16, Connor Brown. 1 shot on goal for number 83, Juho Lammikko. 1 shot on goal for number 7, Dougie Hamilton. And 1 shot on goal for number 43, Luke Hughes. Going through our Ducks shots on goal. Those 6 shots on goal break down as follows. 1 shot on goal for number 19, Troy Terry. 1 shot on goal for number 23, Mason McTavish. 2 shots on goal for number 44, Ross Johnston. 1 shot on goal for number 45. That's going to be Beckett Seneca. 1 shot on goal as well by number 2, Jackson Lacombe. Those are all your shots on goal. Taking a look at our goals as well. The goal scoring got started by Troy Terry and the Anaheim Ducks with a goal 1-0 on a snapshot at 13:18 into the period, assisted by Leo Carlson. Then immediately thereafter, only less than 3 minutes later, Stefan Nathan, assisted by Lamico and Bratt, going to tie the game up at 1 at 16:09 into the game with a wrist shot. Looking at your penalties as well, Dougie Hamilton faced 2 minutes for high sticking against Cutter Gauthier. So those are your penalties and stats at the end of 1. Do we have a confirmed goalie? Is Stuart Skinner? Is it? I really doubt, but is it going to be Stu? Please tell me it's going to be Stu. I want to see Stu. I really doubt it, but I want to see Stu. Let's see. Let me go ahead and scroll up here. Oh, we got Bob versus Ottinger confirmed. Okay. For the Panthers and Stars tonight. Sturkin and Fowler. Carton against Greaves. Hildeby against Jari. Tristan Jari making his Oilers debut tonight against the Maple Leafs. Against Dennis Hildeby. They confirmed that at noon Eastern, roughly. That means that the Penguins could start. They could start Stu. And never mind, it is Artur Shilovs. I'm not complaining about that, but I wanted to see Stu. I want to see Stu because he played for the 2 NHL teams I pull for. I'm a diehard Pens fan, but if it can't be the Penguins, I want it to be the Oilers because I spent 4 years out in Fort Wayne, Indiana, where they got your Fort Wayne Comets, which feed into the Oilers system. So, I kind of wanted to see Stu tonight, but it's going to be Artur Shilovs. Then you got Tristan Jari with his Oilers debut. That'll be a fun one to see. That will certainly be a fun one to see against likely Dennis Hildeby for the Leafs. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll be live for that one because we don't get that game. I don't get that game here. So, go ahead and take a look real quick on X, see if we got any news. Oh, okay. Okay, so because of immigration, Stuart Skinner and Brett Kulak have been granted non-roster status. So they can't play Stuart Skinner yet. Say hi to one of my friends for me. Name's Diana. How's it going, Diana? How you doing, man? How you doing? You're having a wonderful day. But yeah, the Penguins literally cannot play Stuart Skinner because of immigration. He needs to be a U.S. immigrant. Oh, man. Do you see your video? All right, take a look. Hopefully you're having a great day, Diana. Hopefully you're having a great day. Oh, man. But yeah, so Sergei Murashov is the emergency goalie for the Penguins. He's called up on emergency basis. Man. Yeah, so they're going to be both unavailable. So actually, it's going to be Shilovs backing up, or it's going to be Murashov backing up Shilovs tonight, not Stu, which I thought. But the Pens do play the Oilers coming up, so that could be Stu's debut against his former team. So, we also got breaking news a couple hours ago. Philip Rivers is going to be getting the start for the Colts. So we will see. Let us see. Now taking a look at Tristan Jari back on the ice as an Edmonton Oiler. We'll see. He still has his Penguins helmet. He doesn't have a new helmet yet. That's going to be the question I have. If you're a new subscriber, well, hey, we always appreciate it. But that's going to be the interesting thing. I need to see highlights tonight from that Oilers game. Will Jari still be wearing his Penguins mask? Because he's wearing his Penguins mask in warm-up. Because I don't think, obviously by now he does not have an Oilers mask. But is Edmonton going to supply him a generic Oilers mask? Or is he going to wear his Penguins mask in his first game as an Oiler? Tie game? Yeah, we are at a tie game right now. But I am curious. Let me see. Let me see if I can do a quick Google search and see if he's going to have a, what helmet he's going to wear. Oh, man. Will Tristan Jarry wear his Pens mask tonight for the Oilers versus Leafs game? I don't know. He doesn't have one yet. Yeah. Wait, it says it's highly unlikely he'll wear his old, likely wear new, which has already been manufactured and teased. Okay, so maybe. Yeah, they're probably gonna be getting a spare mask, but he's warming up in in his old Penguins mask. So we will see. We will see. But yeah, that trade there by the Oilers and the Penguins doing a little goalie swap. So let's see. Let us see. Grab myself a little bit of LaCroix. Actually, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab myself a glass. Let's see. Sorry's in net today with the Pittsburgh mask. He is in net right. He was in warm-ups this morning with the Pittsburgh mask. So he's in Oilers gear, but it still is Penguins, Tom and Jerry themed Penguins mask. So he was in net tonight, or this morning with that. The question is, do they have a backup mask for him? Or will he still be wearing the Penguins mask tonight? Which is going to be very interesting to see if he still wears that. Oh my gosh. That would be kind of crazy. But yeah, I will be right back real quick. I'm going to grab myself a glass so that I can get some Sprite Cranberry up in here. The best winter themed soda. I'm back. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? I got my glass. It's time to get some Sprite Cranberry up in here. Woo! Oh, man. Go ahead and do this real quick. Oh, my gosh. What? So I was trying to see if we got any news on X. And I just saw a post that, like, no, he's got a point. Technically, the eastern U.S. is just one big island. And parts of Canada. Because the Mississippi River splits down the country. You have a tributary of that going through Chicago, which goes into the Great Lakes, which the Great Lakes feed in through, what is that territory? Like New Brunswick and up there. So technically the entire eastern half of the U.S. is an island. He's got a point. Okay. Let's see. Just taking a look at across a bunch of things right now. Just kind of, having some fun. But yeah, So right now, we still got another 4 minutes to go here on this little intermission here. But I do want to take a minute, real quick. Huge shout out to Allian. Again, for the first time ever since doing YouTube, there has been a streak of now 19 days now where we have gone at least net positive 1 subscriber. For 19 days, assuming that we hold at least 462 today. So huge shout out to Allians, man. I mean, it's been incredible to watch. It has been absolutely incredible to watch. Good morning, John. How's it going? Or very early afternoon. It's 12:30 here. It's 1:30 here for me. So, yeah. And, John, after this, we got the Penguins game, but we're not going to see Stu. Stu hasn't fully immigrated yet, so the Pens can't play him. Which is kind of odd that they can't just have him come in as, like, I guess when you enter the country, is it, you know, for permanent residency or not? And it's like, well, now I'm playing for the Penguins, so yeah, it's permanent residency, so they can't just get in on a temporary. They have to go through the whole process of that. So Stu might be held up for a little bit, which is unfortunate for the Penguins. I don't know why they would have, you know, I know why they made the trade, but man. But yeah, we will see what we've got in store in this one here as we are rocking and rolling. Let's go ahead and take a little look over here on X as well. See if we got any news. Let me actually make sure the Skarov and Shilov. Yep, that is the confirmed goalie matchup. Wallstedt is not confirmed for the Wild yet, and that game begins in 28 minutes or so. Against Levi Marilainen for the Senators at the Wild. So we'll see what happens out of that one. We also don't have any confirmed goalies for the Lightning of the Islanders at 3:30 Eastern. Right now, presumed is Ilya Sorokin and Jonas Johansson. Considering they don't have Vasilevsky, I'd assume Johansson is going to be the goalie for the Lightning today. Logan Thompson confirmed for the Capitals against an unconfirmed Eric Comrie for the Jets in that matchup later on today. Jari is confirmed, though, for the Oilers against likely Dennis Hildeby. That is a big storyline today. Christian Jari making his Oilers debut tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So, a very interesting thing for sure. Then you got Carter Hart against Jack Greaves for the Knights at the Blue Jackets. Jacob Fowler against Igor Shesterkin for the Canadiens and Rangers. All those confirmed. Brandon Busey is not confirmed. He's unconfirmed. Against Samuel Urson, who is confirmed, I should say, against the Flyers. Florida versus the Stars. That matchup is confirmed to be Sergei Bobrovsky against Jake Ottinger. We got the Red Wings at Blackhawks. Confirmed John Gibson for the Red Wings. And unconfirmed Arvid Soderblom for the Blackhawks. Yusei Soros, unconfirmed for the Preds against a likely Scott Wedgwood for the Avalanche. And then for the Flames at the Kings, we have Dustin Wolf against Darcy Kemper, both unconfirmed. Okay. So we will see. Monday at 7 p.m. We do have Florida Tampa Bay that we could cover. But in order to balance out the hockey with the football, we got to do the Monday night. Were we covering that game? No, that's the Steeler game. That's the Steeler game. I'm thinking 2 weeks ahead. I'm thinking 2 Mondays from now, when we're not going to be covering the Monday Night Hockey game. We're going to cover the Monday Night Football game. But here we go, getting ready for the second period here in New Jersey between the Ducks and the Devils. Looking again at our first period stats. Again, pretty dead even. 3 shot disparity. The Ducks are 0 for 1 on the power play. The Devils have not had a power play. And still 1 goal apiece. So, you know what Jari have in Pittsburgh mask? I think it might just be because they don't, I don't know why. It might have been just something that out of comfort he wanted to wear it for the warm-up. Because maybe the Oilers mask might not be as comfortable, like the generic Oilers mask. I don't know. It might not be as comfortable or something. I don't know. But he is getting one done for the Oilers, I would presume almost assuredly. And it's probably going to have to do with Tom and Jerry. Because he always does Tom and Jerry as a tribute to a late friend I saw online. So, So we will see. Yeah, even if it's new mask not immediately ready for the game tonight, professional players typically have a plain team-colored mask or use a spare team mask in these situations, not a former team's customized mask. So Jari is almost assuredly not going to use his old mask tonight. But we are ready to go here. Second period of action between the Anaheim Ducks and the New Jersey Devils. We're back in the driver's seat and ready to frickin' get it, boys. Let's go. And a Rice face-off going to be coming up momentarily here. And here we go. Let me go ahead and move a couple of things around so I can face a bit more of you guys straight on. So, here we go. Face-off here at center ice is going to be won by Heischer for the Devils. Taking it back into the defensive end, going to be sent around by the Ducks. Back in behind Jake Allen to the near side. Battling for possession, and the Ducks trying to take it away. They maintain possession over to the near side. In front of the net, shot by Carlson. Not going to go. A nice use of the blocker pad there by Allen. And we got a stoppage in play. All right. Now, my dad may or may not be joining us, but Siegenthaler going to the sin bin. Siegenthaler, 2 minutes for hooking. So the Ducks are going on another power play. Generic mask, they've run out of paint. So a generic mask that's not even blue and orange. It's just a generic white mask. That would be great. Oh my gosh. So over to the far side, battling for possession. The Devils trying to clear the zone, maintained there by Troy Terry. Takes a big shot there, dished out by number 14, Glandening, and going to be cleared out by the Devils. But that would be hilarious. It's just Jari trots out in a white mask. Oh my gosh. So working up through center ice. Troy Terry going to the locker room after that hit. Hopefully he's all right. Going down the tunnel over into the offensive end. The Ducks with a chance, trying to pass it up. In front of the net, maintained here by the Ducks at the top of the zone. Leo Carlson looking for some help, passes out to the outside. Back to Carlson, over to the near side. Looking for some help, back to Carlson. Carlson back over to the near side, over there to number 64, to Granlund. Back and forth to Granlund again. And let's see. Back over to the top of the zone there. And over to Carlson, I think they just said. Over to the shot. Not going to go in front of the net. Still maintaining the puck for the Ducks. Carlson losing possession. Going to be cleared out of the zone off the stick of Nason. Giving chase. Here comes a shot. And the Devils almost getting a chance at a short handy there. With 47 seconds remaining on the power play. Heischer had an incredible opportunity if he wanted to make that shot. He just could not break it free from the legs. All right. But hey, if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and a sub, man. We are greatly appreciative of that. We are on the road, hoping to hit 500 by the end of the year. 2 minutes for hooking, that's a pretty light charge. Yeah, isn't prostitution illegal or something like that at times? Like in some states? I don't know what the laws are in New Jersey. A shorthanded chance going to be taken away immediately by the Ducks. Into the offensive end they go, looking for some help. McTavish to the top of the zone. That's over to Carlson, I believe. No, it's actually to Zellweger. Back over to the outside. Looking for some help. The outside, back over to Zellweger. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. A back and forth pass over to the near side. Loose puck going to be maintained. Off the stick of Matavish, and over there waiting for it is Seneca. Over to the top of the zone again. The Devils have possession with 7 seconds on the power play. Bratt flips it into the offensive end, racing back into the corner. Trying to kill off this penalty. They will. And just like that, a battle over to the near side in the Devils' offensive end as they're getting reinforcement. And the Devils going to lose possession, taken out by the Ducks for the time being. McTavish passing out to the outside. And into the offensive end. Shot. Not going to go. But in 21 or 17 straight days of the stream, I can't recall offhand. I can't recall what I said about the days of straight of a stream, but we've had 19 days now. If we stay at 462 or increase, of gaining a subscriber. We have icing on the Ducks. So yeah, we have hit a 19-day streak, assuming we stay at 462 subscribers, of going at least net plus 1 subscriber. So, huge shout out again to all Yins, honestly. Honestly, this wouldn't be possible without Yins. Okay. 17-11 remain in the second period. And here we go to the near side in the offensive zone. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks in their defensive end. Going to flip it out all the way. And over to the near side, working with that puck is going to be number 16, Connor Brown. Up into the offensive end. Here comes a chance. Mercer looking for some help. Passing out to the outside, deflected away by the Ducks. And taking it back out the other way is going to be Hellison. And over into the offensive end. Here comes a chance for the Devils. Back in behind the net, working with it is going to be Heischer. Looking for some help to the outside. Backing around over to the top of the zone. Taking it in around Bratt. Losing possession. Battling for it again. Bratt sends it around the outside. Back to Bratt. Behind the net to the near side. Heischer. Looking for that puck. Heischer's looking for some help in front of the net. Shot deflected. Loose puck in front of the net. Shot again. Gonna be deflected again. Nice job there by Dostal and taken by the Ducks. Going back up the other way into the offensive end they go. 2-on-2. Looking for some help. Shot. Not going to go. Deflected out to the outside. Wrapping around to the near side to tie up for that puck along the boards. Looking for some help. The near side. Sending it to the top of the zone. Kept in there by number 74, Ian Moore. And here comes Leo Carlson. Looking for some help over to the outside in front of the net. Goes loose over to the near side corner again. And that puck going to be chased out. Racing down for it is going to be Moore. Back in behind the net. Dostal going to leave it and send it out to the outside. Going to be maintained, though, by the Devils. Into the outside on the far side board. The pass and shot. Not going to go. Over to the near side corner. Battling for it now. Going in towards the neutral zone. The Devils trying to maintain it in. They will for the time being. But the Ducks take possession right back in the defensive end. Battling for it now. Here they go towards the defensive end again. The Devils have possession. A chance in the offensive end there for New Jersey. Looking for some help. Sending it out to the outside. That was Cody Glass looking for some help. And looking around, circling around the outside. I believe that's Cotter working with the puck. Over to the top of the zone. Back again to the near side. That's over to Siegenthaler. Shot by Glass. Going to get deflected before it gets to the net. And a little bit of a loose puck there on the far side boards. Taken by the Ducks. And they're going to clear the zone. Into the defensive end goes Siegenthaler. Looking for some help. Passed into the offensive end. Taken away by Zellweger. If I was supposed to play against New York Rangers, he's number 1. We'll see. We'll see. Siegenthaler back out to the outside. Going to send it up along the boards. Maintained by the Ducks. And going to be cleared out by the Devils. Into the offensive end they go. Looking for some help with possession is going to be Cotter. And going to get a big check by Gudis along the boards. To the outside they go. Loose puck around the corner. Maintained by the Ducks. And going to be maintained in the zone temporarily. Going to be cleared out by Anaheim successfully by Gudis. Into the offensive end now. Looking for some help is Cotter. Back in behind his own net. Backing around to the outside. Again, they go. Back to the near side. Looking for Bratt. Or it's actually not Bratt, my bad. That is actually Lamico. The chance in front of the net. A shot. He scores! Paul Cotter on a rebound. A floating puck that was loose on the rebound to the right side. Just slaps it right on in. Paul Cotter taking the 2-1 Devils lead. 11 shots on goal to 8. Time of goal is going to be 5:52 into the second period. Looking at that, a beautiful effort there. I believe on the assist is going to go to Lamico, I believe. Let's see. White sends it in. Deflected there, shot over. Yeah, so it's going to be number 5 as well. So Brendan Dillon, and I believe is going to be Juho Lamico on the assist on that goal there. And going to be taking the puck here along the far side for the Devils, taken by the Ducks. Into the offensive end, the Devils have it right back and clear the zone successfully. And it's going to be icing. Oh, man. Montreal really gives him a chance with defensive system to protect him. We'll see. We will see. I dropped Cam Fowler for my fantasy league. I picked up Justin Falk instead. Huh. Well, here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Ducks in the offensive end. Shot! Not going to go. Loose pucks on the near side. Battling for possession with the Devils and the Ducks. Along the boards. Going to be cleared out there successfully. But taken right back. And we got a stoppage. Another penalty. Another penalty in this one. Another stick penalty there. Let's take a look at who is going on the power play, as they are going to their first commercial of the second period at 13:44 left in the period. The Devils getting their first power play here. That penalty is going to be Ryan Strome, 2 minutes for hooking. What a surprise! Hooking. 2 hooking penalties and a high sticking penalty. All the penalties here have been stick infractions. Yowzas. You got to control your stick, everybody. Now, so the Colts now Philip Rivers now, yeah. Oh man, Falk's a good defenseman. Well, hey, we'll see. Again, it's a little bit tough for me to know because I don't. It's my first full year of really diving headfirst into hockey, but I'm picking things up. Oh man. But yeah, there we go. So 2 minutes of Ryan Strome hooking on Glendening. And the official assists on that goal are Lemico and Nason. Nason getting an assist on that. Okay. I already have one comment. Oh my gosh. They just announced that like 2 hours ago, bro. Don't feel bad. Okay. So yeah, just taking a look there as we do. Okay. Let us see. So, here we go. He's leading the Blues defense and scoring this season. Go Blues. Yes, sir. Look when yeah, but people always have things to complain about at times, man. So don't let it get to you, man. If I had a nickel for every time somebody said, you actually don't know the rules of a catch on my Isaiah Likely video, I'd be a millionaire. Just don't let it get to you, man. Honestly. Let it roll off your back. Correct him politely. Just say like, hey, just to pay attention when the video is uploaded. Face-off shot. Not going to go for the Devils. Loose puck in front of the net. And trying to see if that puck goes loose to the outside. Still over to the near side. Battling for the Devils. Trying to maintain possession along the near side boards. Bratt over to the outside. Shot again. Goes out of play. And just let it roll off your back, bro. Guys say, like, hey, I see that he's now the starting quarterback, but whenever I created this sim, he wasn't, So, that's the thing. Just don't let it get to you. So, here we go. Let us see. Sal trying to get a little bit of extra breather. And here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Devils. Out to the outside, working for some help to Bratt. Along the near side boards, looking for some help. Passing in front, going to be deflected by the Ducks. And they'll clear the zone, giving the Devils a chance to have to regroup. Look at the Ducks penalty kill. It is not pretty this season. So here we go. Into the offensive end, over to the outside. Bratt going to send it around the near side. And that puck going to be maintained and cleared out by the Ducks for the time being. They will fully clear the zone. With possession there, number 17. That's going to be Killhorn. Into the offensive end. A 2-on-3 into the zone. Wrapping around to the outside. More of that was about burning more time than actually shooting. And the Devils with a chance now into the offensive end. That's going to be Heischer. Over into the near corner around the outside. Looking for some help. Top of the zone. A chance for the Devils. Wrapping around. Passing shot. Not going to go. The pass there by Luke Hughes. Over to the near side they go. Oh, man. Battling along the near side boards. We got a stoppage. Oh, no. Let's see. Another penalty. DeLorme going to the sin bin for that. Yep. Yep. That was bad. The announcer saying they went down. They looked like they went down the aisle because they got their arms linked up as they were going to the ground. Devils go to the whiteboard here on a 5-on-3, 2-man advantage. This has the chance to put this game close to out of reach. But remember, the Devils can get 2 power play goals. 45 seconds is not an unreasonable amount of time. Let's see. Let's see Carlson's goal. Not back in the Anaheim shirt. Let's see. You're already a millionaire because you're healthy? Well, hey, it's always cool, man. Health is always important, man. I mean, granted, I look like I could use a few less burgers, a few less chicken tendies, but a few fewer slices of pizza, but, I try to take care of myself. That's why, whenever I'm going through those periods where I'm feeling sick, I don't schedule as many streams. I still schedule streams because it's important. I love spending time with you guys. But, like, I do try to keep it, very, very lower whenever I'm feeling more sick. So, like, maybe instead of doing a doubleheader, I do a single header. But here we go. Face off here, going to be won by the Ducks. They're going to clear the zone. They do. Giving chase back is going to be Dougie Hamilton. Over to the near side, through center ice to the outside. Looking for some help into the offensive end. Loose puck, and we got the Ducks clearing the zone to the near side again. Forcing the Devils to retreat all the way back. They might kill off this 5-on-3. There's only 25 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Why is the power play graphic not up for the Devils? There we go. It's up now. It should have been up for the last 2 minutes, but here we go. Bratt looking for some help to the top of the zone. 14 seconds on the 2-man advantage. Back to Bratt. Bratt over to the far side in front of the net. Shot! Loose puck in front of the net! Another shot again and still deflects off bodies, and the Ducks clear the zone! Back in behind the net here, and now they're back onto a regular power play. 5-on-4 here. Jake Allen going to leave that puck there for Dougie Hamilton. A minute remains on the power play there. Off of that Killorn penalty. Working into the net. Oh, man. Over to the corner, battling for it to the top of the zone. Puck clears out. Giving chase. The Ducks have a chance that they can beat the Trace. They fail to beat it, though, and the Devils take it right back away. I believe that was either Cody Glass or Heischer. Sends it into the offensive end now. There they go. Looking for some help. Mercer out along the near side. Back up to Mercer. Over to the outside. Looking for some help. Back to Mercer. Shot. Not going to go on the one-timer. It maintains possession, though, is Mercer. Looking for some help. Shot for the zone. Shot. Loose puck to the outside. 30 seconds remain on the power play. 15-9 shots on goal. 2-1 is your current score. And Jake Allen going to leave that puck there. Waiting for it is going to be Luke Hughes. And looking for a little bit of help here. Taking it back into the defensive end. Over to Cotter. Into the offensive end. And over to the near side. Battling to the outside. Going to be cleared all the way out again by the Ducks. 8 seconds left on the power play. And that is how this penalty is going to end. 3, 2, 1. There we go. The Devils have it in the offensive end, but going to be flipped around by the Ducks. And they're going to clear that zone with a chance towards the offensive end. Battling for that puck along the board. Ducks have possession now into the offensive zone. They go. In front of the net to the outside. Back around in the corner. Looking for some help. There is number 61, Gauthier. Back over to the far side along the boards. Maintained in there successfully by number 20, Kreider. Over to the near side behind the net. Looking for some help. The Devils trying to clear the zone. They will. And the Devils, though, cover it right back up as Leo Carlson trying to send it into the offensive end. The Devils end up taking it away at the line. Into the offensive end they go. Battling into the corner. Right behind the net to the near side. Puck goes loose. The Ducks trying to send it out. They will. In towards the offensive zone, but taken away again by the Devils. 9:41 to go in the second period. And we got a stoppage at 9:38. Oh, yeah. Well, thank you, Pat Boy. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. But they're going to their next commercial here at 9:38. Oh, yeah. Yeah, pizza. I love me a good pizza. In fact, depending on if I'm doing anything for dinner with my family or not, I might be going to Pizza Hut and getting me a triple treat box. I've been eyeing that up for a hot minute, but I think I might pull the trigger on it today. Because I've been eyeing up one of them. Getting 2 pizzas, food for today, food for tomorrow. Especially because tomorrow I'm probably not going to be joining my parents for brunch after church. Because we got a game. Is it 12:30 or 1 o'clock? Let me double check. Let me double check the streaming schedule real quick for this week. Streaming schedule. And it looks like it is 12:30. It is 12:30. Okay. Also, poutine, poutine, fries, cheese sauce, try. You see, I would, but the thing is, I'm not a cheese guy. I'm just not really a cheese guy. Yes, this channel is going to look at 11. Oh, it's going to be called 11 streams of Christmas is what we're doing. We don't have the 12 streams of Christmas, but we have 11 streams of Christmas, which is going to include a few games, quite a few games. We got like 11 streams in 1 week that we're doing. So I'm thinking of leaning into like, the 12 days of Christmas thing and calling it the 11 streams of Christmas. This is going to be that week leading up from the 17th to the 23rd, and then bam, Christmas Eve. So somebody gave me the idea last night. Let's see. Thank you for doing this. Help Live on channel. Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I try to do anywhere from 5 to 10 streams a week during the NFL season, splitting them about 50-50 with hockey and football. And then once the NFL season ends, it's all hockey. Pretty much all hockey, barring, like, there's no hockey game I could watch, so let's do an NBA game or something like that. Is the best. Yeah, that was a pretty fun idea. I was at a church serve team dinner last night, and the one guy I was talking to that watches the channel, Brian, he said, hey, you should call it the 11 streams of Christmas. I'm like, that's a great idea. Plug into 11 days of Christmas. I was like, let's discussing. I'm not poutine in my mouth. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really a cheese guy either, so it's like, that's not really my jam. But the Ducks win the draw in the defense, or in the offensive end, over to the outside. We're looking for some help. There's Kreider to the top of the zone. Taking it towards the net, not going to go. We got a puck out of play. Oh, man. Mercy, and I keep him. Jason's perfect. Well, thank you, man. I appreciate it. That thing is, I like just, chilling on these streams, chilling, talking with you guys, having a good time. Oh, man. But yeah, he came up with that 11 days of Christmas thing, and I'm like, bro, I gotta use that. So I'm gonna talk to my other person that's been helping me with thumbnails, and I think we want to kind of lean into that a little bit. So here we go. Looking at the face-off here. Going to be won by the Devils in the defensive end. Back in behind the net to the near side. Cleared out by Dylan. Just for Brett. Passing out and going to be maintained. Here comes Brett into the offensive end with a rush. Not going to go in that shot. Nice job by Zellweger. Over to the outside to the top of the zone. The Devils maintaining possession. Dylan back to the top of the zone. Shot. Not going to go. Zellweger behind the net over to the near corner. Looking for some help. Trying to clear it out of the zone off of the stick there of number 61, Gauthier. And going to be deflected back in the neutral zone. Let's see. Back in behind the nets. Let's see. Started with 17 bucks yesterday night. Made 183, so I'm exactly at 200. I bet 50 on New Jersey when contracts were at 0.5. Well, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you made some money, man. We love watching people make some money here. So, Dostal going to get an easy stop there, freeze that puck, and force the draw with 8:35 to go in the second. Oh, man. Go ahead and pour out some more Sprite Cranberry real quick. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, then let me know by dropping a like and subscribing. We're only 2 subs away from our next minor goal at 465 on the road to 500. It'd be pretty cool if we could hit that today. We got this stream, and then we got the Penguins game right thereafter at 3 p.m. All right. So the Ducks moving into the offensive end. If they can maintain possession, Kreider over to Leo Carlson. Carlson leaves it out to the near side. Working in, that's going to be Lacombe. Looking for some help in the near corner. A dangerous area with that puck. And over into the near corner, still a big tie-up. Puck going to go loose to the near side. Battling for it. Out and going to be maintained there by the Devils. Trying to clear out of the zone. And they do. Off of the stick of Hamilton there to Cotter. The Ducks going to regroup now towards the offensive end. And the Devils take it right back. Off the stick of Hamilton. I think you'll have to. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's always great. I love just having time, talking, having fun, having a good laugh, all that fun jazz. But yeah. See, this is more addicting than swinging day trades. Oh, man. Sports betting is awesome, man. As long as you're doing it with money that you can afford to lose, it's awesome. Oh, man. With the run of pay. Yeah, with Jari's white mask. Are you going to have a white mask because, whoops, they ran out of paint. Oh, are the Devils going back to the the penalty kill? Wow. One too many, so Anaheim on the power play yet again. This is the third power play that the Ducks have had today. Can they finally capitalize on one? Up through the neutral zone, Lacombe. Going to leave it back and trying to take it up now with a bit of speed here. The Ducks into the offensive end. Troy Terry back in the game. Ariel Go doing more streams today? Yes, I am, John. At 3 p.m., we're going to be going live for the Penguins against the Sharks. And then we might go live later on. A shot here on the offensive end if the Ducks can maintain possession. Back behind the net to the near side. Looking for some help to the top of the zone. Lacombe passing out. Shot by Lacombe. Not going to go loose. Puck to the near side. Looking for some help. Behind the net, the Ducks trying to find a bit of a shooting lane. 1:20 on the power play. Over to Troy Terry. Troy Terry has broken stick. Over to the near side. Gonna send it up along the outside. Chance for the Ducks around the near side corner. Leo Carlson to Troy Terry. Terry going to look for some help. Back to Carlson. Carlson over to the far side. Going down low to the near side. Carlson to the top of the zone again. Back to Carlson. Battling for some help. And trying to find somewhere they can go there. Back to Carlson. 51 seconds left on the power play. Shoot the... Oh my gosh, they shot the puck! But the puck goes loose behind the net. And the puck goes loose to the outside. Maintained by the Ducks. Top of the zone. Over to the near side. Leo Carlson. Looking for some help. Can he maintain as he passes? And it's going to be deflected and cleared out by the Devils. Wow. Wow. It's Pittsburgh against the Sharks. So San Jose. Yeah, we got that one at 3 p.m. Let's see, we got Lewis saying, come on, Ducks. Well, hey, let's go Ducks, baby. I'd love to see the Ducks get this win because, well, yeah, Fence fan here. So here you go, 13 seconds left on the power play. Regrouping in the defensive end, the Ducks going to try and go. Man, 3 power plays, and they have not been able to convert. 5, 4, shot, not going to go. To the outside, battling for possession, and that power play is going to expire. Big tie-up in the corner over to the far side. Battling over to the near side. The Devils are going to try and take it away. They will. Off of the stick here of number 47, Cotter. Going to clear it out. Racing down there. Zellweger going to try and get it, but taken away by the Devils temporarily. Back to the Ducks. Tie-up now in the near corner. Trying to take it back out to the outside. Working with possession now is going to be Trouba. And here we go. Unfortunately, no Skinner for the Pens tonight. He is not available because of immigration. So they put him on. They put him and Kulak on the non-roster reserve kind of thing because of immigration. The puck goes into the Devils' defensive end, trying to clear it out of the zone. Maintained by the Ducks if they can get it. Never mind, taken out by the Devils. Let's see. So the Ducks into the offensive end they go, battling for possession into the near corner. Looking for some help over to the near side, around, trying to find a bit of a shooting lane. Not quite there yet. Passing around, taking around to the outside, wing to wing, shot! Not going to go, loose puck to the near side. The Ducks trying to maintain possession to the top of the zone. Still having a shot, not going to go. Loose puck over the near side, and Allen able to stop it. And a bit of a fight breaking out afterwards. 45-44 Cholowski in there, White in there. I believe Anaheim has a couple of guys in there. In there, I believe, was Alex Killorn. Johnston was in there. What do you mean by immigration? Well, because of the trade that occurred between the Penguins and the Oilers yesterday. I guess in order for Jari to come into, or in order for Stuart Skinner to be able to play in Pittsburgh and go to Pittsburgh, when they pass through immigration, they say, you know, oh, is it for immigration? Is it, you know, are you permanently living here? Yada, yada, yada. My suspicion is it's because of that bureaucratic process that's being held up. Especially given that the current administration is cracking down on immigration. They are a bit slower, I would imagine, than the Canadian side. So the thing is that because of that process, to be able to get that, you know, work visa, get that green card. We will cover San Jose's game, Pat Boy. But yeah, I think it's because of that he's not able to get cleared into the States yet. I don't know all the details, if I'm being honest. It is very shaky on the details. There's nothing really specific out there. It just says, if I go and look up here, let me find it. Let me find the post. It's somewhere on here. Oh, man. Let me see. I know it's somewhere on X. Let me actually go to my profile and go to my following, because it was right there. Following over here. Yeah, so Penguins PR, the official PR account of the Penguins, says newly acquired goaltender Stuart Skinner and defenseman Brett Kulak will not be available today versus San Jose. Both have been granted non-roster status immigration. It's not even just needing a passport. I think it has something to do with like the actual status of the move. That it's a more of a permanent move. You're moving your permanent residence as opposed to just visiting. So that's the thing, is I think that is the holdup there, is the U.S. immigration system that's kind of being held up. But they will not be available tonight. So it's going to be Sergei Murashev in there as the emergency goalie to back up Artur Shilovs. And Kulak not going to be in there, so it's going to be Ryan Graves with Connor Clifton on your third defensive pair. But here we go. Draw here in the defensive end for the Devils. Thing is going to be Heischer. Kicked out of the circle is going to be number 20, Kreider. Now taking it's Leo Carlson. Absolutely, Lewis. Absolutely. Here we go. Into the offensive end. The Devils are going to try and move it into the near corner, battling for possession. Battling along there, Jesper Bratt sending it out in front of the net, but taken away by the Ducks. Over to the outside, trying to clear the zone. But the Devils, Jesper Bratt, going to send it around the near side. Battling in the corner. Troy Terry trying to stall with it a little bit. Out to the outside, back in behind the net, over to the outside. To the zone. They will clear the zone, but the Devils going to maintain possession, so they get a chance to regroup. They dump it into the zone, though. Into the offensive end and over to the near side. The Ducks are going to take it out in towards the offensive end. Kreider, if he can get possession, over to Troy Terry. A shot going to get deflected off, having little steam. An easy save there for Allen. Battling out to the outside, looking for possession. The Devils moving it up through the neutral zone to the offensive end. Deflected back. Got to get onside. They do. Into the offensive end. Shot gets deflected off the stick of the defenseman. Over to the near corner, battling for it. You got in there, Lamico. A chance in front of the net, but the Devils can't maintain possession. The Ducks taking it back up the other way. Looking into the offensive end, deflected back out by the Devils, and the Ducks send it right back in. Jake Allen waiting for it behind his net, and over to the far side they go. Into the offensive end, Zellweger trying to get possession, but battling fiercely there against Palat. And going to be maintained in the offensive zone there by the Devils with a chance, trying to get a passing shot off shot. He scores! Cody Glass on the goal. On the assist is going to be Andre Palat. Wow, a little bar down there by Cody Glass. Little bar down action there. Unfortunately, it was the Devils getting a 3-1 lead. Taking a look at that right there, a low pass right there to Glass, and a little bar down off the corner. Wow. Goodus went for a diving block, but just mistimed it. So the Devils now with possession. Glass, that was his 6th goal of the season. And now it's do or die time for the Ducks. In the offensive end, looking for some help. Sending it in is going to be Vetrano. Over into the corner, battling for possession. Coming away with it there is going to be another tie up there behind the net. Looks like the Devils, though. Over to the near side, Palat. Sending it up wing to wing towards the neutral zone. Looking for some room into the offensive end. Going to dump it in. Racing for possession there. Going to be sent around by Ian Moore to the near side. Going to be taken out by the Devils with a chance, but they cannot get a clean pass and shoot off. And they're going to battle for possession back in behind the net. Now over to the near side is going to be Connor Brown looking for some help to the top of the zone. Shot. Not going to make it there. Dylan with possession now. Going to drop it back there. Looking forward to Bratt over to the far side. Shot. Not going to go. Dylan now with possession over to the near side. Dumping it around is Bratt to the outside. Maintaining possession. And it's going to go to the neutral zone though. So the Devils have to tag up. And here we go. The Devils take it back into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. A shot. Not going to go. Over to the near side, maintaining possession. Heischer going to send it in back in behind the net. Racing for it, there's Mercer, a tie up along the boards in the near corner. Looking for possession, Heischer to the top of the zone. The Devils over to Heischer. Passing wing to wing. Shot not going to go. Over to the far side. Maintaining possession now over to Heischer from the top of the zone to the far side. Working in, passing out further to the boards. Back to the top of the zone to Dylan. Back again. Over to the near side, Brett, sorry. And it's going to be deflected and taken out by the Ducks. Into the offensive end, Ross Johnson looking for some help. Trying to move that puck around and going to send it back in behind the net, where the Ducks will maintain possession. Up at the far side boards, back into the corner, looking for some help. Shot from the corner, not going to go. Back into the near side corner with possession is going to be Paling. Looking for some help. Paling dumps off to the near side. That's going to be over there to Trouba. And a shot not going to go. A nice save by Allen. 51.2 to remain in the second period. With the score of the Devils 3, the Ducks 1. Shots just about even. 17-16 favoring New Jersey. All right. But if you guys are enjoying the stream, let me know by dropping a like and sub, man. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes, and let's see if we can hit 465 by the end of the day today, man. That would be pretty cool. So here we go. Ready for this face-off here. Face-off won by the Devils in their own zone. Yeah, let's see. Looking at Cody Glass, traded from Pittsburgh to New Jersey on March 7th last year. Over to the near side, maintained by the Ducks. 38 to go in the period. Looking for some help. Gonna get it cleared out of the zone, unfortunately for them, and taking it all the way back. The Ducks along the boards to the offensive end. And over to the far side, working it with it is the Devils into the offensive end. Here comes your chance. But a nice physical defensive maneuver there by, it's not going to be Zellweger, that's going to be Trouba. Over to the outside. Battling now to the near side. 16 seconds to go. Back in behind the net is Kreider. Looking for some help to Lacombe. Lacombe. Back in behind the net over to the near side. The puck goes on a pass there to Kreider. To the outside of the offensive end. 5 to go. Shot. Not going to go. And going to be... They're going to... Oh, we got a whistle at .4. So we're going to have another last second face off of the period. .4 to go. So the Ducks are going to pull the goalie. Yep, there. I think I heard they said they're going to pull the goalie to get the extra attacker. I don't know for sure. They said something about that, but I could be wrong. Nope, they leave Doss down the net. And that is how the period's going to end. That is the end of 2. Your current score is the Devils 3, the Anaheim Ducks 1. Okay. Let us see. Go ahead and take a look real quick at our stats thus far in this game. As we always like to do, we always like to break down our stats in between periods. So, right now, the Senators and Wild also beginning. The Wild on a power play there. With 17:08 to go in the first period. But we will see. The nice thing is that this game is going to be cutting it very close to the Pens game. So we have the other stream that we'll switch to right after, basically. We're going to be going right out of this stream into the Pens stream. But your shots on goal. So your current score 3-1 favor of the Devils. 2-0 in the second period favoring the Devils. Your shots on goal are 17 apiece after the Ducks get 11 shots on goal to the Devils 8 in the second period. Looking at the face-off circle, the Devils are 28-41. The Ducks only winning 13. Nobody has scored on the power play. 5 total power plays. 0-3 for the Ducks. 0-2 for the Devils. Ducks having served 4 penalty minutes, and the Devils having served 6. 11 hits to 9 favoring the Ducks. Last score a goal? Yes, sir. It was a goal. It was a pretty good goal. But block shots 15-6 favoring the Ducks. 9 giveaways to 8 for the Ducks. And 4 takeaways for the Devils to none for the Ducks. As a reminder, this is the second game these two teams are playing this season. They played earlier on November 2nd, and this is the last game they'll play this year, barring a Stanley Cup Finals matchup. That going to be last matchup they played was in Anaheim, and it was a 4-1 victory for the Ducks. The Devils are trying to repeat that and do the same thing here. Taking a look real quick on our penalties summary. First period, Dougie Hamilton got 2 minutes for high sticking. Then we had 4 penalties in the second. Jonas Siegenthaler got 2 minutes for hooking. Ryan Strome got 2 minutes for hooking. Alex Killorn got 2 minutes for holding. And New Jersey had 2 minutes for too many men on the ice. That was kind of stupid. The time penalties were 18 seconds in for the Siegenthaler penalty, 6:16 for the Strome penalty, 7:31 for the Killorn penalty, and 12:10 for the too many men. Looking at our goals as well in this game. So the scoring in the first period got started with that Troy Terry goal assisted by Leo Carlson, and then Stefan Nason got a goal assisted by Alamico and Bratt. We already went over those goals at the first intermission, but just as a refresher. So 1-1 after 1. In the second period, Paul Cotter, 5:52 in, assisted by Lamico and Nason to get words are hard to take a 2-1 lead on a wrister. And then Cody Glass, assisted by Palat and White, getting a goal to make it 3-1, 17:04 into the period on a snapshot. Oh man. Taking a look here real quick as well at our box score for our 17 shots on goal for this game. The shots on goal, for those who do care on sports betting, break down as follows. You got 1 shot on goal for number 17, Alex Killorn. 4 shots on goal for number 19, Troy Terry. 1 shot on goal for number 20, Chris Kreider. 1 shot on goal for number 23, Mason McTavish. 3 shots on goal for number 44, Ross Johnston. 1 shot on goal for number 45, Beckett Seneca. 2 shots on goal for number 91, Leo Carlson. 1 shot on goal for number 2, Jackson Lacombe. 1 shot on goal for number 51, that's going to be Olin Zellweger. And 2 shots on goal for number 65, Jacob Trouba. Looking at your Devils shots on goal for this game here, those 17 shots will break down as follows. 1 shot on goal for number 11, Stefan Nason. 4 shots on goal for number 12, Cody Glass. 2 shots on goal for number 13, Nico Hischier. 1 shot on goal for number 16, Connor Brown. 3 shots on goal for number 18, Andre Palat. 1 shot on goal for number 47, Paul Cotter. 1 shot on goal for number 83, Juho Lamico. 1 shot on goal for number 91, Dawson Mercer. 1 shot on goal for number 7, Dougie Hamilton. And 2 shots on goal for number 43, Luke Hughes. Oh, man, Brodeurs and Stevens time? Oh, man. Oh, boy. Let's take a look at the NHLN Showcase game. This is their Showcase game. Okay. We'll see. EJ Raddick and Kevin Weeks on the call for this game, and man, we'll see if the Devils can maintain this lead into the third period. That is a big, big prerogative for this team. They need to pull off any wins. Do we have any new confirmed goalies for tonight? Let's take a look. Jesper Wallstedt did get confirmed for the Wild. Do we have any other confirmed goalies? It does not appear to be so. Scott Wedgwood is listed as likely. And Dustin Wolf is confirmed for the Calgary Flames. All right. But yeah, take a look. We still have 10:49 to go in the intermission here. We'll take a look as well at the other game we got going on right now. There's still no score in that Senators Wild game. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. We are rocking and rolling here. Taking a look real quick at how we are doing. So yeah, we will see. Let's go ahead and take a look over on X, see if we got any news as well. And if you guys want to talk anything sports, I am more than game. Just let me know in the chat as we are rolling. Oh, man. That's not the kind of news I was looking for, New York Post. Bro, what? I'm not even going to entertain that for 2 seconds. We'll see. 5 shy for passing La Magnifique. Words are hard. Ducks not bad today. They're not that bad, but they got to capitalize on opportunities. They're just not capitalizing on them. Man. But 5 shy from passing La Magnifique. Sidney Crosby is only 5 points away from passing Mario Lemieux to become the Penguins' all-time points leader. Okay. So we will see. We will see. Let's take a look here on X if we have some time. Okay. Updates from Dan Muse an hour ago. Artur Shilov's in goal. Sergei Murashev will be available to back up. Ricard Raquel will play. Stay at a time when it comes to Skinner and Kulak's availability. That's Penn's Inside Scoop reporting that. So, very interesting to see that the Pens will still be without its day-to-day for Skinner and Kulak. Okay. Well, we will see. We will see. As we are rolling here at the intermission. Okay. And then a real quick update for you as well for our streaming schedule for the remainder of this week. For those of you guys who might not have known, we do release streaming schedules every single week from Wednesday to Tuesdays. So let me go ahead and pull up our streaming schedule for the rest of this week. So today, this was not on the streaming schedule, but at 3 p.m. after this game, I'm going to immediately pivot and we're going to cover the Penguins taking on the Sharks. Then tomorrow, 12:30 p.m., we're covering the New Jersey Devils yet again. You Devils fans, you better subscribe because I'm covering you guys for the next 2 days. And we're going to be covering you guys a little teaser on Wednesday night. So, and then again, they're playing the Canucks tomorrow at 12:30. And then we got at 4:25 p.m. tomorrow, the NFL game between the Detroit Lions and the Los Angeles Rams. We're also going to do Sunday Night Football between the Minnesota Vikings and Dallas Stars. And then on Monday night, we're going to be covering my Pittsburgh mother-loving Steelers taking on the Miami Dolphins on Monday Night Football. That should be a good one to watch as well. Do we have any? Let me see if we have any updates on Connor Bedard. It was a freak injury last night. Oh man. Let's see. Connor Bedard. Injury. Oh, shoulder. Oh, that's fine. Shoulder. Connor Bedard's shoulder. Let's see. Dr. Haras Gruel yesterday said likely a shoulder dislocation or subluxation for Bedard. Oh man. Let's see. They're talking maybe multiple week absence. Trying to see if we have any other updates. Not seeing anything just yet. So. Okay. Somebody else saying it's a rotator cuff, but I don't see anything confirmed. If he is going to miss a couple weeks, let's say. Let's see. Not play against the Red Wings. Let's say he's missing 3 weeks. Let's say he's missing 3 weeks with a dislocation. I think that's fair if it is a dislocation. Blackhawks schedule. Oh, man. Blackhawks. Let's see. Hughes not playing for Minnesota today. Just put the game on and all that. Man. I didn't think Hughes would be playing that quick. Especially for a skater, because you need to have a little bit of time to have a little bit more chemistry. I mean, goalie is a lot easier to slot in, so to speak. But yeah, if Bedard's missing, let's say 2 weeks, right? Or 3 weeks. The incident occurred on December 12th. So December 19th marks 1, marks 2, marks 3. You're talking a return to play January 2nd. That would mean the Blackhawks would play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 games. Bedard could miss 9 games. Because they play today, they play on Tuesday, Thursday the 18th, then the 20th, 23rd, 27th, 28th, 30th, and January 1st. So if he is going to be missing 3 weeks, he's going to miss all that. Including big games, too. The Leafs, the Canadiens, the Flyers, Stars, Penguins. The Islanders have been pretty hot. The Stars again. He can miss 2 games against the Stars. You figure that could be 1, 2, that could be like 5 losses right there. Because this is a pretty tough stretch, too, because the Canadiens are pretty solid. The Flyers have been up and down. The Stars are elite. They played 2 games against them. The Pens could be a loss. The Islanders also playing very well. They could drop 5 games out of that pretty easily. And that's assuming you handle business against Toronto, against Detroit, and against Ottawa. You know? So, that is tough. That is tough. But we'll see. But yeah. And again, after that, he would come back against the Capitals. So Crosby needs 5 more points. He's probably not going to do it today. If I take a look at the Penguins, right? If I take a look at the Penguins and their upcoming games, I figure maybe he gets a couple points today against the Sharks. Maybe a point against the Mammoth. It's probably going to be against the Senators. If I had to place my bet as to when he passes Mario Lemieux, I would say Thursday, December 18th at Ottawa. That's my best bet. I figure he gets maybe 2 points against the Sharks, a point against the Mammoth, and a point against the Oilers, which will put him 1 point away, and he gets that during the Senators game. If not the Senators game, then definitely in the home and home with Montreal. So, shame we can't do it against the Capitals, though. They don't even play the Capitals for a while. The next game the Pens play against the Capitals is, oh my gosh. It would happen against the Flyers before it happens against the Capitals. Yeah, the Pens will play the Capitals again until a home and a home on April 11th and 12th. Wow. That would be his Christmas gift. Yeah. I mean, you figure the home and home, the Pens play, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games, or 7 games, sorry, before Christmas Day. They play today, they play tomorrow. Then they play Tuesday, Thursday, next Saturday the 20th, Sunday the 21st, and Tuesday the 23rd. Which, by the way, we'll be live for that game on Tuesday the 23rd. So, Crosby, if you want to hold out, buddy, if you want to hold out a bit longer, till maybe the 21st. Because we'll be live on the 21st as well for the Pens game. If you want to hold out maybe till the 21st, I'm chill with that. I totally am chill with that if you want to hold out until then so we can cover it. So, we will see. Let me go ahead and minimize this here real quick and see, do we have that third period coming up? Should be coming up here momentarily, I would hope. Yes, sir. And still no score updates from the Senators and Wild. 6 shots on goal for Ottawa, 1 for Minnesota. And we're getting ready for the third period of action. And then after that, we get to quickly pivot to the Pens game. Because by the time this period ends, it's going to be pretty daggone close to 3 o'clock, maybe if not after. So we got a quick couple games. Okay. Let's see. Second after Gretzky have 2,000 points if you play. Yeah, I mean, I think Crosby can pass Gretzky. I think he can pass Waino. I really think he can. So. All right. Oh, for just 2 seasons? Well, I mean, I think Crosby passes for sure. Okay. Let's see. Let us see. Let's take a look here. I was after him. Let's see. Let me take a look at Crosby. Crosby. I mean, I think Sidney Crosby, he needs to pass 2,000 points, ideally. So, and I think at the pace he's playing, right? He's pacing just over a point a game. So he's pacing about to 85 points to 90 points this season. So you figure if he's pacing the 90 points this season, and he can keep that pace up for another 3 years, that is 360 points. That puts him almost at 2,100, or over 2,100 actually, or almost 2,100. Yeah, almost 2,100. My math is right. So we will see. So, taking a look here at this third period of action, ready to get going here. And here we go. Ready to roll. From center ice. And the face-off to begin the third period here, going to be between number 64 and 13. So Heischer against number 64. That's going to be Granlund. Going to be won by Heischer and the Devils. Along the far side boards to the offensive zone they go. Battling into the corner, sending it around the near side, and going to clear the zone entirely. The Devils have to regroup. Dumping it into the offensive end, back in behind Dostal. Over to the near side. Trying to battle for that puck. Big tie-up, and the Devils are going to put it right back in the corner, battling for it again in front of the net. Now over to the near side corner, down low. Trying to take it out. The Ducks they will clear the zone. But the Devils are going to take possession as it goes to Jake Allen over to the near side to Hamilton. Moving up through the neutral zone to the offensive end, goes off a couple sticks, and goes into the near corner. Over to the near side, battling it. The Ducks are going to bring it up through the neutral zone. Devils are 12-0-0 when leading after the second period this season. So we'll see if the Ducks can put a damper on that. Battling out to the outside. And a nice freeze there by Jake Allen. Okay. Oh, here we go. Rocking and rolling. Okay. So, face-off. Going to be won by the Devils in the defensive end. Along the far side boards. Into the corner they go. Trying to find somewhere to move with it. The Ducks trying to get it and have a shot here. But the Devils going to take it out the other way off the stick of Hughes. Back in behind the net over there. Do I believe that's going to be to Dillon. The near side to Glass. Sending it up along the boards towards the offensive end. Battling it, but the Ducks take it away for the time being. Taken right back by Glass. And sent in the offensive zone by Gauthier for the Ducks. Gauthier sending it around back in behind the net over to the far side. But Hughes going to take it back in behind. To the far side still maintained by the Ducks in the offensive end. Passing along the boards. Looking for a lane. Passing back in behind the net to the near side. Zellweger. Going to send it up to the top of the zone. And still battling at the top of the zone. Taken by the Devils. Here comes a rush for New Jersey. Into the offensive end. Shot. Not going to go. The shot there by number 47, Cotter. Unable to connect. Battling in front of the net over to the near side. Not going to go. White sending it in behind the net over to the near side. Going back around. A chance in front of the net. Nice save there by the Ducks to stop that opportunity there by Nason. Still over to the near side, though. Not out of the woods just yet. With the puck is Colton White. Over to the near side. Going to deflect it into the corner to the near corner. Sending it out to the outside. With possession is Lamico. Over to the near side to the top of the zone. Sent right back in there by White into the corner. And battling here along that corner now. Going to be sent out by number 45, Seneca. But the Devils get possession in the defensive end. So, here we go. The Devils back in there. Going for a line change on both sides. And now into the offensive zone. They're going to go, but loose puck into the corner. A big hit delivered in the corner on the boards. The Devils trying to keep it in over the corner. And a nice little deflection over there to Dostal. And it's going to be frozen with 16:57 left in regulation. All right. Let us see. Let us see. Taking a look at the point leaders. Troy Terry up there with the Ducks. So here we go. So, center or face-off here over on the far side, and the Devils' offensive end. Going to be won by the Ducks, and going to flip it out. Now trying to send it to the offensive end for the Ducks, battling along the near side boards, right in front of the scorekeeper's box. And going to be maintained by the Ducks into the zone, sending it back in behind the net to the near side. Hamilton trying to take possession in the corner, battling for it. And going to be a big tie-up in that boards on the near corner. We're going to see Crookshank in there. Ugh. Going to be broken free there, and that puck going to be sent into the Devils' offensive end, but the Ducks taking it right back away there by Ian Moore. To the far side, back to the near to Moore. Moore looking for some help, taking himself out the outside. Dumping it up into the offensive end they go, and it's going to go back in behind Jake Allen to the near side. Looking now for possession, the Devils bringing it up through the neutral zone towards the offensive end they go. And we got an offside on the Devils. All right, let me go ahead and pull up weather radar, see when the snow is going to start here, because we're getting some snow here tonight. We are getting some snow tonight, like this afternoon and evening. Oh, it's already started. Starting to get flurries already. So here we go. Face-off going to be won by the Devils, back into the defensive end. Taken away by the Ducks to the offensive end. Lacombe looking for some help. Dumps it behind the net of Allen. Over to the near side. Puck. Loose puck. Allen just now gets back into his crease and over to the far side. The Devils clearing it out of the zone to the far side, to the near side. Mercer dumping it into the zone. And going to be maintained by number, I think it was 65. That would be Trouba. Lacombe dumps it into the offensive end, back in behind Allen to the near side, and the Devils get possession as the Ducks go for a line change. Gonna try and look for somewhere to go with it. Now into the offensive end, the Devils passing shot, not gonna go on the shot end of it. But now the Ducks getting possession of the defensive end. Lacombe passing up there, working into the zone is gonna be Gauthier. Taken back by the Devils. Going into the offensive zone they go. Battling in the corner now for that puck. Back to the near side. And going to be maintained in the zone there by number 7, Dougie Hamilton. Wing-to-wing pass over to the far side. Cleared out of that zone. The Devils in the defensive end to the near side. In the neutral zone, back to the defensive end they go. Looking for possession now. The Devils trying to clear it out. Excuse me. Going back into the near corner. A race for that puck. And a tie-up is going to ensue. Near corner, looking for possession. Going to be taken there by the Devils to clear out to the outside. Battling along now in the near corner. Another tie-up for that puck. Going to be taken back by the Ducks. Passing into the offensive end. They're going to take it. Rushing in there. And going to lose possession there is going to be Granlund. The Ducks going to dump it into the zone. And if the Ducks touch it, it might be offside. Nope, not going to rule offside on that. So still battling for that puck in the far corner. Looking for possession. He's taking shot. Going to be easily gloved there by Jake Allen. Okay. We're going to their first commercial here of the third period. And we are rocking and rolling. We are rocking and rolling. Oh, let's see. Let us see. How's it going, Petsko? I don't know about more slap shots tonight, man. It depends. It depends. Maybe. I might be able to make it work. We'll see. We'll see what other games we have going to, and if I feel more like covering a game or if I want to do something else, you know? Oh, yeah, Ricard Raquel is back in action. Bro, what? $67 lower level seats for the Tuesday night game against the Oilers because Rickard Rakell is coming back. Bro. No. It was a fun stream, I do have to say. All right. Yeah, we might do some more. It all just depends on what games we get. Let me see here. Let's see. How you doing, Bagel? Coming to say hello. You gonna say hello, Bagel? You gonna say hello to the stream, huh? Here. Finish the Pens game, Dad? I was thinking about that, yeah. Probably after the Pens game, right after the Pens. Here we go. Face-off gonna be taken by the Devils. Join us. We got the Doggo. Yeah. The Ducks taking it into the offensive end, trying to find somewhere to go with that puck. Battling for possession over to the near side. And it looks like the Devils trying to lose. They lose possession. The Ducks taking possession back in the defense or in the offensive end, looking for a way to shoot it around the far side board. All right, yes, sir. Bagel joined us for a little bit. And here we go, over to the near side board to tie up for that puck in the offensive zone. And into the neutral zone the puck goes. The Ducks going to have to regroup. Working with possession now to the near side is Lacombe looking for some help. And into the offensive zone they go. And we got a stoppage in play at 12:51 to go. You going to join us again, Bagel? Are you going to join us again, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we got the Bagel. Huh. But yeah. So here we go. Face-off going to be won there by the Devils out to the outside. Puck's going to get cleared into the defensive end of the Ducks, moving to the near side. Under 12.5 to go. Battling along the boards now to the near side. The Ducks moving it in with Leo Carlson. But a big tie-up as Carlson goes down, and a tie-up along the boards to the near side. Taking it away, the Ducks in the offensive end. Carlson over to Kreider. Back around the outside boards, looking for possession. Going to be maintained by the Ducks for the time being. Wrapping around to the near side. Shot, not going to go, and going to be frozen by Allen. What you doing, Bagel? Oh, man. I mean, there's a chance we could do NBA, but I don't know if we want to do NBA or if we want to do the other stream. It's either Knicks and Magic. Oh, no, it would probably be San Antonio Spurs at OKC. But I don't know. That's probably going to be a blowout, isn't it? It's not going to be a fun NBA stream. I don't know basketball. It's going to be a blowout. So probably not NBA tonight. So we might do one of those streams later on. Have a look out. Face off going to be won by the Ducks in the defensive or in the offensive end, but the Devils get possession and taking it out the other way. Over to the near side, looking for some help off the stick of Connor Brown. To the offensive end they go. Into the corner, going to be sent around by Zellweger. And trying to clear it out. Big tie up along the boards, though, for possession. Maintain there, Zellweger. Over to the near side, puck gets cleared out of the zone. The Devils have to regroup. Back in over to the near side. With possession here, going to be number 45 for the Devils, Cody White. Over to the outside from the defensive end. And going to get it to the offensive end they go. Zellweger battling against Brown for that puck. Back over to the near side. The Ducks are going to get possession. Thing out is Granlund. Big tie up here along the boards now. Seneca trying to find a way to send it out. They send it back and back up again along the boards to the near side. And there goes number 61. That's going to be Gauthier. Over to the outside. And we got a stoppage for puck out of play. Okay. But yes, we might do that. We might do another hybrid slap shot / NFL stream. Let's see. Yeah, you do, but I don't. That's the problem, is I don't. And I don't have ESPN Plus, so I can't just cover whatever I want. Devils win the draw. Got Bagel coming back over to the near side boards. How you doing, Bagel? And the Devils into the offensive end, shooting wide to the near side. 11 minutes to play here in regulation. Doing, Bagel, you want to come here? And now battling along the corner. Going to be cleared out there by the Devils. Being chased into the defensive end. So here we go. A chance towards the net. Not going to go for the Ducks. Over to the corner on the near side. A big hit along the boards. Then around there by the Ducks. Maintained around to the outside. What you doing, Bailey? You want to come here? Top of the zone. Looking for some help. Into the corner. Battling for possession. In front of the net. Shot! Loose puck. Going to be cleared out there by the Devils. Moving up through the neutral zone. There you go. So here we go. Into the offensive end for the Devils. Wrapping around to the outside is going to go Paul Cotter. Over to the near side to Hamilton. Hamilton looking for somewhere to go. A bit of a tie-up in the corner for that puck. And here we go. Battling now over the far side. Puck going to get cleared out of the zone. Dropped an ornament. Doing, huh? Into the near corner. Battling for that puck. It's going to be Lacombe. Want to come up here? There you go. So there we go. Rocking and rolling here. The Devils in their defensive end. Going to flip it out into the neutral zone. Going to call a play, Bagel? Are you going to call a play? So into the defensive end. The Devils going to get possession. Trying to work it around. Oh, man. Ducks trying to take it to the offensive end. But going to be taken right back by the Devils. Now here comes Jesper Bratt. Looking for some help. Along the near side boards. Oh, Jen going down. The Ducks going to take it back the other way. Into the offensive end. Over to the near side to Terry. Terry looking for some help. Puck gets cleared out. The Devils have speed. Mercer looking for some help. And not going to get any. The Ducks take it right back, huh? Yeah, did the Ducks take it back? They did, Bagel. Yeah, huh? So here we go. Battling along the near side boards. Ian Moore trying to take that puck out. They do. 8:49 to play here in regulation. Towards the offensive end they go. Battling around the far side, and we got a stoppage. I got to play. Yeah, you going to call a hockey play, Bagel? You want to call a hockey play, huh? They're getting ready to go to their first, or their second commercial of the period here. Let's take a look real quick at the game. Do we have any update on the score on the other game going on right now? No, we do not. They're at the first intermission, so I will be right back so I can run and use the bathroom. And we are back just in time for them to come back. All right. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, continue watching. Okay, here we go. Boise State versus washing machine. Oh, man. So, here we go. Battling in the near corner. Devils win the draw on the defensive end. Going to clear that zone out. 8.5 to play here. Giving chase over to the far side. Over to the near side comes from Trouba. Going to be intercepted. The Devils in the offensive end with a chance, but Lacombe taking it away in the defensive end. Working out to the outside. Looking for some help. Going to move it up through the zone. Going to get dumped into the offensive end. Back in behind Jake Allen over to the near side. A tie-up for that puck is going to ensue. And let's see, going to the shot for the Ducks. Loose puck to the outside, and the Devils are going to clear the zone. Beautiful shots there. Beautiful efforts. Go ahead and minimize this and take a look at this here real quick. Man, beautiful effort there. Beautiful shot. But the Devils now going to race down and get it in the defensive end. Bratt trying to send it somewhere. Actually, it's Luke Hughes, not Bratt, my bad. Over into the corner. Ducks trying to come away with it, and it's going to be maintained by Hughes to the near side to Hamilton. Hamilton going to send it out, and it's going to be right there for Dostal. Going to send it over to the near side by Moore. Jumps in, and there goes Kreider looking for some help as he spins around. The outside, and going to be dumped into the offensive end. Ready for it is going to be Dylan. Near side, though, the Ducks take it away. Ian Moore to the near side. Back to Carlson. Back over to Carlson again. Shot. Not going to go. Loose puck to the near side. Going to be maintained by the Ducks. Number 14, that's going to be by Hellison. Over to the outside. There goes Troy Terry. Looking for some help. Back in behind the net. He finds Carlson. Carlson looking for somewhere he can go. Sends to the top of the zone. To the outside from Kreider. Back to Kreider again. Kreider looking for some help. Going to take it around the outside. Moving it around the net to the near side. Looking for some more help. Trying to find Terry. Gets deflected. Here comes your race. The Devils into the offensive end. Trying to slow it down here a little bit. Looking for some help there was going to be Parent. And the Devils a shot. That was a very, very poor pass there by the Ducks. And the Devils intercepted by Mercer. And now the Devils have an offensive push here. They have an offensive assault ongoing. Into the offensive end, over to the near side. The Devils trying to find somewhere they can go. The Ducks going to take it away. 6:22 to go here in regulation in the third period. Ready to roll here, sending it up through. There they go. Puck going to get cleared out here to the near side. 25 shots on goal for the Ducks, 19 for the Devils. This third period has been all Ducks shots, but the Devils have not let anything pass. Over to the near side, looking there for Strome. Strome sending out on a long wing to winger. Up through the offensive end. Going to dump it back in behind Allen to the near side. Bodies collide. Taken out now. That's going to be number 13, Heischer. Into the offensive end. Over to the near side. Mercer's shot. Going to be deflected off the right or left blocker pad of Dostal. And then Ducks going to take it up the other way into the offensive end. Looking for some help there is going to be Vetrano. Wing to wing over to the outside. Zellweger going to lose possession on a shot. And Mercer takes it the other way for the Devils. Into the offensive end. Going to just do a little pump and dump there as both teams going to go for line changes. And over to the near side. That goes Gudis. Leaving the puck there to the near side. Looking for it now is going to be Granlund. What he can do with it. Over to the near side. And it's going to be a loose puck in front of the net. Can it get punched in? Still loose to the outside. Taken away by number 36, Crookshank. For the Devils. Maintained in. Zellweger sends it in. Going to be maintained. And never mind. The Devils take it right back off the stick of Paul Cotter. Into the offensive end. Cotter! Big shot dished out against the bench there. I believe that was by Gudis. Wow. Yeah, he almost launched the dude into the opposing team's bench. So 4:40 to go here in regulation. The Devils to the near side. There goes Hamilton, dumping it into the offensive end. Back in behind to Stahl. The near side. That's going to be going to Ian Moore, looking for some help. Out to the outside, clears the zone. And the Devils are going to get possession in the defensive end. Troy Terry trying to play defense. Loose puck. And the Devils trying to... They lose possession. Shot by the Ducks. Not going to go. Over to the outside. Battling for possession. Maintained there by the Ducks. Behind the net to the near side. Keeping it low. High shot. Not going to go. A nice save there by Jake Allen to just close up the gut. 4:10 to go here in regulation. All right. There we go. But if you guys are enjoying the stream or find any value in it, liking and subscribing does tell the YouTube algorithm, hey, this thing is of value. Let me send it to more people. Let's see if we can hit 10 likes, and let's see if we can go for that 465 minor goal today. Be pretty sick if we could do that, man. And then later tonight, we might go live again for some gameplay. We're going to go live right after this for the Pens game at 3 p.m. And then after that, we're going to go live potentially around like 8 or 9 or something like that, just depending on how I'm feeling. We might go live for some more Wii games, classic Wii games, like NHL Slapshot and Madden 09. Or we might play some other Wii games as we choose to, as we want to have fun. You know what I mean? So we might start up a new franchise too. We might do a Madden franchise, Madden 11. That's the other thing I was thinking about. We might do that. Bro, why is this all over X? The New York Post is saying research conducted shows that sniffing your own farts can boost brain health. Let's go. My plan on that is I was going to do a randomized team. Okay, taking a look at the projected lineup for the Penguins. Ooh, Ricard Raquel back in the lineup, baby. Your projected first line for the Pittsburgh Penguins going to be Raquel, Crosby, Rust. Your second line, McGroarty, Kindle, Brazeau. Your third line, Koivunen, Novak, Mantha. Your fourth line, Dewar, Hayes, and Acciari. Ducks pulling the goalie. The Ducks are pulling the goalie. The style on the bench. So here we go. Here we go. Gonna be one over to the near side in the offensive end for the Ducks. A chance in front of the net. Loose puck, battling for it, trying to punch it through. Oh my gosh, Jake Allen not gonna let it go though. Hughes getting into it with Seneca. Let's see what's gonna come of this here. Hughes got into it a little bit there with Seneca. Anybody going to the tin bin for this? More exchange, but no penalties. Okay. Let us see. Man, nice little battle over there. And let's see. Wait, did we get upgraded to a winter storm warning? So here we go. Face off in front of the net. Chance. Not going to go. The Devil taking it right back up the other way. Giving chase now in towards the offensive end, but the Devil's going to lose that. Never mind. Devil dumping it into the zone. 3:42 to go. The Ducks back over to the outside off the stick of Lacombe. Battling for possession. Looking for somewhere to go to the near side. Sending it out. Ooh, not going to go. And the Ducks have to regroup. 3:27 to go. And let's see. Okay. So now into the offensive end. The Ducks go. Trying to battle somewhere to go, but the Devil taking it right back and flipping it out. Now Mercer with a chance on the empty netter. Trying to wrap it around. Going to be a nice defensive job there by the Ducks to stop it. Into the offensive end. Here comes Granlund. Battling back in. Hughes getting into it there a little bit. There goes Kreider, and the Devils have possession. They're going to flip it all the way down ice. Just missing the net by an inch. And it's going to be icing with 2:44 to go. Wow. Wow. Okay. So here we go. Snowy slap shot. Oh, it's snowy right now, man. It is snowy here. Faceoff going to be won by the Devils. Out to the outside and going to send it all the way down. Ducks going to give chase, and it's going to be another Devils icing with 2:36. No icing, never mind. Ducks, 2.5 to go. To the near side they go. Working it up. It's going to be number 61, Gauthier. And going to be cleared out. And here comes an icing with 2:20 to go. Okay. Let's see here. Let us see. Okay. So, here we go. Ducks taking a timeout. Okay. So, ready to roll. Okay. They're going through this timeout here. And we'll see what the Ducks have in store here out of that. If you guys are enjoying the stream here, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe. It does help out the channel a whole lot. We are trying to see if we can hit 465 subs today. And we got a false face-off. Okay. So here we go. 2:20 to go. Face-off going to be won here by the Devils. And the Ducks maintaining possession with the extra attacker. Troy Terry sends it up. Goes wide of the net. Battling behind the net over to the near side. Puck goes loose. And the Devils trying to take it out. They're going to dump it wing to wing. Over to the near side. And trying to get redirected on the empty netter. And there is your empty netter goal by Connor Brown to go up 4-1. All right. With 2 minutes to go. Let me see. Is the Penguins game getting ready? What I'm going to do, because I don't know if that game is going to get started here momentarily, I'm going to switch to this. We're going to switch over here. Let me just extend this just a little bit more. There we go. This is not correct. I need to update this. But here we go. Into the defensive end. Working with possession out to the outside. Going to be taken away. Battling for it still. Let's go ahead and update this just real quick. We were at 463 last I saw. 463. 465. All right. So that is actually up to date now. So here we go. And the faceoff going to be won by the Devils to the near side. They go. 95 seconds remain here in this one, as we're going to be keeping an eye on both of these games. And here we go. Into the offensive end. Going to be back in behind the net. And battling over to the near side they go. Taking it out goes the Ducks off of the stick of number 25. Here comes a chance shot. Not going to go. Loose puck going to be stopped there with 1:13 to go. On that shot there was Ryan Poehling. All right. So there we go. So yeah. So here we go. Offensive zone draw for the Ducks. Going to win it and send it right to the net. And we're going to do this draw again. Okay. 69 seconds. Nice. Remaining in this one here. And here we go. Soon can we get behind the scenes of what you do for streaming? We could potentially do that. I could potentially make that happen. A chance here. Shot. Not going to go. Loose puck going to be taken by the Devils. Over to the near side. Into the offensive end. And just going to do like a little fake shot just to kind of burn a little bit of time. Not trying to get more goals and rub it in. Over to the near side. The Ducks go. Trying to get possession out. Sending it out is going to be Gudis. And going to be kept on in by the Devils. 45 seconds to go. We got a freeze at 44-2. Maybe day in the life? We did a day in the life a while ago, but I could do another day in the life video. I could do another day in the life. That's no big deal. I could add those to my whiteboard. I don't know when I'll get them, but I can get them done at some point. Okay. So here we go. Face-off going to be won. The Devils in possession of it behind the net. Over to the outside, over to the near side. Just a fake little shot. Nice easy block there. 30 seconds remain here in this game. Into the offensive end. Yeah, if you go through the video archive, you'll find one eventually. I know this angle's a lot higher up. I know. I haven't adjusted this angle because I don't use it that often. But the Ducks are ready to just take it out here. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, and they're going to get... Oh, no icing. They wave it off. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and this game is final. 4-1. Devils is going to be your final score in this one here. So that is going to be our game's final here. So there we go. With that, though, I am going to wrap up this stream pretty quickly because we do have another stream coming up right after this, right on the heels of this. We're going to be covering this Penguins versus Sharks game. So, yeah, if you guys did enjoy, drop like, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and I'll catch you guys in the next stream for Penguins versus Sharks.